What's going on here? Hey, what's happening, guys? Whoa, Dave the Film Junkie here. What's happening? It's Friday. We made it another week. We survived. So most of us, hopefully you're surviving out there. But hey, always look forward to Fridays. Yeah, that's right, guys. Things look a tiny bit different. Well, I should probably remove, I'm going to remove all this stuff when I start bringing people on, but, just going to have that on there right now. But hey, cheers, guys. Oh, shit. I should probably bring up the live chat. Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? All right. So here we go. Here we start. Hey, Niner. What's going on? Ryan, George. Yo, Marcus. Vodka Chugger. Come on. You're in the right spot. It's up, Mary. Best day of the week. Kenobi, Leon, Sinfinity. Love it, right? I mean, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yes. What's up, Will? Yes, I fucking got a haircut. Finally. Place by my work, man. Was open. They're just saying fuck all. They're saying, whatever, Newsom. Go ahead, try to shut us down. And they take the careful precautions and shit like that. It's all good. So, yo, what up? He's not on quite yet. But he'll get there. What's going on, Reza? Landon, what's up? Fear Jason, what's up, man? I know. Basically, it's into the Dave verse right here. Thank you, sir. Please react to who? I don't know who that is, but I'll gladly try to do it there, Austin. SLC Moth. I don't know who that is. TGIF, 100%. New haircut. That's all right. Finally, I lost some weight, guys. What's going on, bud? Bub, I should say. Scott McClellan, of course, sir. I'm going to be drinking. Yes. Dave and friends. Yeah, we're gonna have some newbies up in this thing. Well, kind of newbies, somewhat. What's going on? Top of the morning, Mr. Mick. But anyways, no, it wasn't Supercuts, man. It was a place called the Proper. It's called the Proper Barbershop. That's what it was called. But anyways, cheers, guys. I haven't taken my first drink yet. Happy Friday. We're here. We made it. Oh, it's a good thing. Good stuff. Like I said, guys, as always, if you want to help out the pirate ship, first off, you got the Patreon. Oops, that's not the right page. Always bring up the wrong page. Never mind. I have my page showing, not the actual page. Jeez, good job, Dave. Hold on a sec. If you want to become a pirate ship, Scott, you probably saw your picture right there. Thank you for becoming a patron. You're awesome, brother. But yeah, if you guys want to be part of the pirate ship, there you go. I'm still showing the wrong page. Public page, Dave. God. See, I'm still learning Patreon. That's how much I suck. But there you go, guys. If you want to chat it up, get some suggestions, some fan requests and everything. Hopefully I'm going to start talking about this thing a little bit. So anyways, yeah, if you want to do that, it's fine. And then of course, want to get yourself a Film Junkie shirt or, the Metalhead shirt. A lot of people ask me about that Metalhead shirt and I'm like, yep, that's something of my own creation. And I should probably bring up that page. Let's see here. Storefronts. That's what it is. I haven't had that much vodka yet, guys. I had a little bit of wine before this. That's all. View store, come on. But yeah, if you want to get that Metalhead shirt, I have that back up into the shop right here. So yeah, you got a Film Junkie shirt. You got to have some Integrity Man shirt. You got a Godham. You got the Puddin' Bowl. You got the Battinson, my attempt at making the Battinson design. And then, of course, the Metalhead, which, of course, is my favorite. And I think a lot of people always ask about that. So if you want to get yourself a shirt, down below, all there for you guys. But anyways, what is happening? All right, I'm going to get rid of saw another donation. Who donated? Don. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Don Ball. We got Amanda here, guys, of course. Now you can all ignore me and just start talking to her. I mean, obviously, she's way more popular than me. And everything, so it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Into the Daveverse, man. But wait, you need to move your lighting to more central position, or is that? Yeah, it's kind of what I'm going for. I don't know if you guys know this, but exclusive, my crotch is playing Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Well, also the lighting is pretty wonky. Well, I also have the game on. course, I got the Giants game on, just like last week. They're winning 6-0, so suck it, Jose, if you're out there. But yeah, so there you go. My crotch is a Green Lantern. But yeah, that's the main reason why I have the game on. I could probably turn it off. I should probably turn it off, huh? Let's see what that looks like. What does that look like? Does that look better? Does it look better like that? I don't even have to have the game on. It's fine. I could turn it off. Makes the lighting a little bit more, a little better, I guess, because you don't have the glow of the screen. I was just, the fact that, the Giants, Cueto's pitching, it's a good night. I don't have to watch it. I could ignore it, but I'm going to get rid of this. There you go. So yeah, I put some LED underneath this just to kind of illuminate just a little bit better. So anyways, turn it on. You say to turn it on. Keep it on. Now it's too dark. It's way too dark now. See? That's what I was looking for. Okay. See, I'll turn it back on. Hey, that's totally fine by me. The Giants on. Keep track of the game right there. It doesn't distract me too much. Don't worry. Oh, at least mute it there, Dave. All right. So there you go. I'll keep it on then. I was just trying to add a little ambiance. I could light the candle again if you want, guys, like I did last week. I had the candle going and I was basically worshiping Satan. So if you guys want me to do that, that's fine. I could do that. Oh, wait. Shit. What did I just do? Shit. Go back. Anyways, guys, you know what I wanted to do since it was all announced today? Yeah, you like that? Got this delivered to me today. I was like, you know what? I need something on the desk that's pretty cool. Let me get something that's pretty fancy. And at first I was going for Batman, and then I looked at Superman, and then guess what? I can combine them together and make something pretty awesome. But anyways, so guys, have you made your DC FanDome schedule yet? Obviously, that was a big thing that happened today. They released the schedule. That's right. I did say it like that. Do I even have that up? Fuck, I don't have it up. Damn it. I must have closed it out. I had it up earlier. Hold on a sec. DC. Not that. All right. I guess not. So let me pull up. Let's kind of go through this real quick. The DC schedule. I'm sure you guys have already looked at it and you already picked your schedule and everything. I mean, it's pretty awesome. They pretty much just laid it out, made it nice and easy for people. Everything's all good. I have the beauty. Yeah, I also have the keychain too, Legend, by the way. I had that on my keychain for a while and it got like scraped up, and then my ex actually like repainted it for me, and it actually looked better than what it did when I first got it. But anyways, so the DC schedule, let's kind of go through it before we start bringing on people here. So here it is right there. It's just super simple. It's way simple, big time simple. I forgot to hold on a sec. I did forget to put that back. There we go. So it's pretty damn simple. They simplified it for everybody. It looks good on mobile. I think they were mainly going for that. The layout is very mobile friendly. So yeah, I mean, this is it right here, August 22nd, 10 a.m. This is all my time, Pacific Standard Time. That's where the Wonder Woman 84 panel starts. I'm wondering if that's when they're going to drop the first trailer. So might be, because then later on during the day, they have the whole cast like playing a game with each other, which is pretty cool. Whoa, we got Dan saying something again. What's up, Dan? Oh, Dave, you and Swanson, Samsonite. I was way off. Sorry. Are the best YouTube. I appreciate it, man. Cheers to you, Don. Did I call you Dan? Don. Sorry about that, man. Don Ball. Cheers to you, my friend. Sorry that I called you Dan. It's all right. You know how many times like in my life I've been called Daniel? So maybe that happened. But thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. And Mr. Swenson will probably be joining us later. But yeah, we're going to talk about this. So we got, of course, Wonder Woman 1984. That's starting off the whole thing with the Hall of Heroes. Then you got Warner Brothers Games Montreal. Now, I'm assuming that this is when we're going to finally get the let me take that off. We're going to finally get the announcement of the new Batman game, which is what I'm really looking forward to, of course. That's what's going to get me to buy a console. That and the Suicide Squad game. So, yeah, Look out. Look out, Twitch. Film Junkee's coming. It's going to be Game Junkee. Watch. It's going to happen. And then you got the Sandman universe, Enter the Dreaming panel. And I wonder if any of the people that did the voiceover acting on the read-through right there, I wonder if they're going to be a part of that. That'd be cool because guess what? Mr. Darkseid himself was part of that. Still have to listen to it. Then you got the Multiverse 101 panel. So this is a good panel to show your friends and family, like when you try to explain the multiverse and they look at you like you're insane, okay? You know, because I'm sure you've been there when you're trying to explain a lot of the shit that's going on. And they're like, what are you fucking talking about? What's a multiverse? Whatever. This is probably good for that. I think they're going to like interlock like everything, the TV shows, the animation, everything. It's all going to be simplified. Hopefully. I don't know. I guess that's what they're doing. Like I said, they're really embracing the multiverse. And then of course you have the introducing Flash panel. That'll be cool. Beyond Batman. Now, when I first skimmed through it, I thought it said Batman Beyond. So I was like, what are they going to do with Batman Beyond? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be something, I don't know if it's going to be something that's Batman Beyond related or if it's just going to be talking about, I don't know, just beyond Batman. I don't know. I don't exactly know, but I'm excited for it. Then, of course, I don't know why I don't have that added. There you go. Now I have it added. I should have the whole thing added. I don't even know. But then you got the Suicide Squad panel, which is probably the longest panel, I'm guessing, because it goes from 12 to 1250, which makes sense because that's a huge cast. It's a very huge cast. They're going to probably show James Gunn's going to be there, of course, and they're probably going to show a lot of footage or whatnot. So not a lot of footage, but a trailer most likely or a teaser or something. Then you got what is BAWSE? I'm like totally drawing a blank on what that means. I don't know what that means. LOL, LMAO. I don't know, these acronyms that you kids today always run with. I always suck at acronyms. So females of color within the DC Universe panel. So there you go. There you got that. That's going to last about 20 minutes. I'm sure they're going to talk about, I think, what's her name from the Flash TV show. Everybody, the new Batwoman, of course. But yeah, I have no idea what BAWSE stands for. So yeah, I don't know if anybody boss. I have no idea what that stands for. Maybe somebody else will have to figure that out. I don't get it. Then you got the Legacy of the Bat, which of course I'm all for. Does anybody? No, nobody has it, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Or is it boss? Is that what that means? That means boss, like bouse. Okay, whatever works. But the Legacy of the Bat, totally looking forward to that. Then you got Chris Daughtry. It's going to be performing on DC Fandom. Jeez, click on a panel. Oh, is that what happens? But does it actually talk about it? Let's see. What's blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I guess that probably would help. But yeah, it actually shows, of course, the information. Yeah, I know. I should have just done that. I was just trying to get through this real quickly here. But it doesn't even say what that exactly means. So I don't know. Let's just move on. Then you got Joker. Join your OnlyFans page. Happy customer. Thank you, Will. You guys are silly. Oh, wait. Oh, I already said that one. Silly. Yeah. If you want to join my is a human being who exudes. Okay. Well, there you go. See, Scott Mcclellan, always with the information, man. I can always depend on Scott. Anytime I don't know something, he's right there. So there you go. That's good. But thank you, Will Powell. And yes, thank you for joining my OnlyFans. Film Junkie After Dark. That's where I do light the candle. Okay. I was just testing it last week. I was like, should I light candles for my OnlyFans? Well, there you go. Anyways, back to it. Trying to get through this here real quick. So the Joker put on a happy face. You're going to talk about the Joker. Cool. He's the ultimate. He's the ultimate villain. He is the ultimate villain, no matter what you want to say about it. Then you got Jim Lee portfolio review, DC super villain fan art. So I'm sure he's going to talk about a lot of fan art that was submitted. So if any of you guys did that, that'll be talked about right there. Surprise DC Comics panel. Interesting. And that goes on for 25 minutes. Now, we don't see Mr. Geoff on here, which, if you notice, you take a quick glance, you see nothing about Geoff Johns, Mr. Ballcap. Now, there's a chance that he might be in here. Who knows? Possibility. I know a lot of people were commenting about that today, and I was kind of wondering myself, and I've even said I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't end up showing up to DC Fandom with everything that's happening, you know, with Ray Fisher, but he could very well be right here. So, yeah. He's got the 3 Jokers coming out, so it could be involving the Joker. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Then he got I'm Batman, the voices behind the cowl. So, you know, Kevin Conroy is going to show up right here. And it's from Goof. Is there a Stargirl panel? Probably. I didn't see a Stargirl panel in here, but probably has something to do with the CW stuff. Yeah, he'll probably show up there too. So, yeah. So I didn't see the Stargirl one. I mean, when I was going through this, I ran through this earlier. But then, of course, you got the voices behind the cowl. So you probably got I can't remember the guy who does Detroit. I can't remember his name, but you know Kevin Conroy is going to be here, and probably him too. I can't remember his name. I'm like totally drawing a blank. He also does the voice of Batman on Harley Quinn show. He's got. I know somebody's going to correct me. Yeah. I can never say his name though. Dietrich Bader. There you go. Dietrich Bader. There you go. Or is it Baker? Bader or Baker? I see 2. Bader. Okay. There you go. I love that guy. You know, he's shown up in like Kevin Smith movies. He was on the Drew Carey show, and he was actually in the remake, the movie remake of the Beverly Hillbillies. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. Man. What's her name? Woo. Anyways, and then, of course, the big one right here, the Snyder Cut of Justice League right there. Zack Snyder fields questions from fans and a few surprise guests as he discusses his eagerly awaited upcoming cut of the 2017 feature film and the movement that made it happen. So there you go, guys. The Snyder Cut of Justice League. And I saw a lot of people, of course, going back and forth. I don't know what the hell was going on today, but people were like, that's the title. That's the title, guys. And I'm like, oh, that's the title? You're gonna put all I thought we were like good with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I thought that's what he was trying to go for. And I think that's what's going to get answered here. What's going to get answered on his panel is the title. Did he get the title? The title that he wanted, which was Zack Snyder's Justice League. He slapped it on a fucking t-shirt. That's the title he wants. He talked about that at Justice Con. And then he said, of course, if it's going to be a series or just a full-on movie, he talked about that would be revealed too. So, and surprise guests, Momoa, Fisher, they're showing up 100%. Black Adam panel. You know that Mr. Dwayne Johnson, of course, is going to be there. So that's only 15 minutes, though. I don't think they're going to have anything but just talk with Dwayne Johnson. CNN heroes, real life heroes in the age of coronavirus. So I guess this is pretty much just display, the people, frontline workers, nurses, everything, people who are essential. Hey, I'm still going to work. Am I going to be part of this panel? Maybe. I don't know. To be announced. This one's interesting. To be announced. What's going on here? It's going to be a surprise announcement of a movie. I don't know. Is Cavill going to finally get his movie? Is Ben Affleck going to get his movie series? I don't see Ben Affleck fully coming back, but I see him. If they could just take something and just go with animation. Jay Leva, where are you at? Aquaman panel. We got the Aquaman panel, which I'm sure is James Wan going to be there? Patrick Wilson, yes. And James Wan will be there. So James Wan already answered a question about, his style, bringing his style to the Aquaman world, specifically the trench scene. That was pretty fucking scary, which was awesome. The fact that you have a horror director like directing that, it just shows right there. Ask Harley Quinn. Kaylee Cuoco. Yeah, sure. It doesn't say that she's going to be there. It doesn't have her name, but she'll probably supply the voice, of course. I love her Harley Quinn voice, by the way. And then, of course, you got the Wonder Woman 80th celebration panel, which I think, Gal Gadot's going to be there, and I'm sure what's her name's going to be there too, Patty Jenkins, and the original Wonder Woman's going to be there. She'll definitely be there. And then tomorrow's superheroes with Jim Lee, so another Jim Lee panel, cool. Shazam panel, which will have David F. Sandberg as well as Zach Levi. I'm sure it doesn't say David F. Sandberg is going to be there, but I'm sure he'll probably pop in or something like that. And then you got the whole cast of Wonder Woman 1984. They're going to play Werewolf 1984. So join the cast of Wonder Woman 1984 and Rooster's Teeth, Fiona Nova, as they play Werewolf 1984, a fun adaptation of the game played while set while on set filming the picture. Can you figure out who the villains are? 22 minutes to play that. So that'll be fun. Then you got the Suicide Squad game, which I guess this is the title for it. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This is what's going to end up getting me buying a game here. So I'm going to buy a console. What time's Metallica on? Metallica is actually doing a drive-in concert, and I almost bought tickets for it, but I couldn't find a lot of people to go, and they're like $133 tickets, man. I was like, yeah, and then it's at this drive-in way over in a few cities over, and I'm like, And then of course this one right here, 100%, I'm all for this one. The Batman filmmaker Matt Reeves joins host and self-professed fangirl Aisha Tyler. So this is where Aisha is going to be. And Mr. Robert Pattinson is going to show up. Probably Zoe Kravitz. Who knows who from the cast is going to show up. I'm really excited for this one. That's my second most hyped panel right here. And then, of course, you got all the encore for everybody who's going to be asleep on the other side of the world while this is happening. Hey, they're accommodating it for you. That's good. How nice of them. So you got all that, the encore, because it's 24 hours. They got to fit it all in 24 hours. So, and then you got the Watchverse. You got the Flash panel, which you'll be able to watch. And you got everything. Italy loves DC live, like a DC superhero in Spain. All around the world, they're trying to be inclusive with all that. Black Lightning. This is all pretty much a lot of the CW stuff right here. So I'm interested in the screening of Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons. I'll probably watch that this weekend and do a quick review or something like that. You got Superman and Lois. Creative Coalition presents Superman radio show. So I wonder if they're going to do it in the style like the old Superman cartoons. That'll be awesome. So yeah, just got everything right there. Titans, Young Justice, Batwoman. You got all the TV show stuff that's happening in the watch. Yeah, Batman 3 Jokers. That's probably where Geoff is going to end up showing up if he does. I still wonder, though. I still wonder if he's actually going to show up. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, it's a lot to go through right here. You got even that the deceased right here. I don't know, a lot to go through when it comes to that. Then, of course, if you got some little niños out there, you can have them go through all this. I'm actually kind of curious about the Lego Lab myself. I'm not going to lie. Uverse, more stuff. Just DC virtual run, some more Jim Lee stuff, and to the Batmobile. I'm kind of curious about that. Funverse. I'm interested in the Batcave, of course. Hopefully, I don't know if it's going to be like you can go through the Batcave and check it all out. The Golden Armor right here, comic reader. It's just so much entertainment. Then Insiderverse is basically showing the artists behind all this stuff. Design the animated heroes of DC Universe panel. Artists around the world draw. I mean, this is going to be pretty cool too. So your artists out there will definitely enjoy this one right here. So a lot of great stuff here, guys. A lot of great stuff. And I just wanted to break it down and kind of go through it with you real quick before we started bringing on the guest So. But anyways, guys, so hopefully you guys are super excited for it. Hopefully you got your schedule figured out. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely crazy. There's going to be a lot of videos and live streaming that I'm going to be doing that day. And thank you. Let me bring that up real quick. Hold on. The thumbnail. If you notice the thumbnail of tonight's stream. Boop, boop, boop. All right. So if you notice the thumbnail on tonight's stream, it was actually a pretty funny story. Mr. Krypton Cage made it for me. So if you're out there, thank you, sir. But this was made right here because I saw somebody do a custom one. So I was like, oh, man, that'd be pretty cool to have something, that I'll put behind me with the green screen, when I'm doing the live streams during DC Fandom. And I was like, make it DaveDome, and then put the FJ right there. And then he added the Vodka experience, which I loved. And then tonight I was like, well, wait a minute. What am I going to title the Vodka stream tonight? What should I title it? How should I put it? And then I thought, well, I just got this made for me. Fucking A. So there you go. Thank you, Mr. Krypton Cage. I was like, I got another Dave coming on the stream tonight, so I might as well just use it right now. So there you go. Perfect. So I thought that logo was pretty cool. Yeah. What about, I'm not going to put a backdrop. I can't put a backdrop behind me right now because I'm not properly lit. Scully, man. You're just hating the lighting right now, aren't you? So I was like, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect right there. So Kelly Dave and Ohio Dave. I disappeared. Yeah, I know. That's because I had a darker screen. There you go. I'm good. We're back. Cheers, guys. I'm trying to keep that romantic ambiance with you guys. God, can we get a little romantic here? Jeez. The battle of the 2 days for clout. You better believe it. So, all right. I should probably bring him in then. Start talking to him. Let me go ahead and do my thing. Don't you hate it when that happens? You have tabs open and you try to click on it and you click the X button. I do that way too frequently. Way too frequently. Way too much. All right. Now I got to scroll through because I got a million DMs. Boop. All right. Oh, wrong. Fuck, man. That was the wrong one. Not that one. Sent the wrong link. All right. See if my guest will show up and everything. But anyways, guys. Dave looks like he is trying to catch some ghosts. That's right. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. That's right. Not afraid of no ghosts. But it's hot as fuck also in California, by the way. We're going through a heat wave right now. I don't know if you guys saw my post on Twitter, but it was like hashtag heat wave was trending, of course, in California. And then, yeah, I look at the forecast. It's going to be over 100 degrees for like the next week and a half. Grueling. So sweaty, extra sweaty for me. Jeez. Yeah, I'm texting Grace. Thank you. Yeah, Tim. Oh, you talk about Garza? Garza probably is, yeah. Did you see what I tweeted you? It's Jody's titties. I think I saw something dancing. You're crazy. Ghostbusters Afterlife is probably just sitting on the shelf. I know, right? Jeez. I mean, my God. We're supposed to already see that by now, right? It was supposed to come out last month in July. We haven't even gotten a new trailer for that yet. I'm so disappointed in that. But anyways, let me go ahead and do a couple things here. But yeah, it saddens me that we were supposed to already see Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it's just sitting there. I mean, I'm just surprised they haven't released a new trailer yet. I'm just really surprised they have not. So, but I guess eventually they will. Alrighty. Do that. All right, let's bring on my guest. I think he's there. Let's see if he is. Mr. Dave, Ohio Dave.
What?
Are you there? What's going on, man?
What?
What's happening? Oh, he's been drinking. Cheers, sir. What do you got there?
A little bit.
Yeah, what you got there?
How's it going? Vodka.
Vodka and?
Vodka OJ.
Okay, I was about to say, if it was pineapple juice, I might have kicked you out.
No.
Yeah, because I know, one of the things I love about you, Dave, is the fact that you share your disgust of pineapple pizza, as I do. I know you get a lot of shit for it. I get a lot of shit for it, too.
I do.
And I feel your pain when that happens. Every time I see it on the timeline, I'm like, how dare you guys just ruin a pizza like that? I don't get it. It doesn't belong.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, that's probably what it did. I mean, it does. If you actually look at a pineapple, it looks like the coronavirus. It's all spiky and weird and shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. But anyways, Mr. Ohio Dave, so that's your Twitch channel, right? That's what you do?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
When did you start that channel?
It's probably been a little over a year.
Yeah? How's it going?
Since I've done it. It's good. It's going good, Getting more viewers, and I finally started making money off of it. So
did you? See, there you go. Yeah. That's what it's all about. I mean, when it comes to like all these games that are about to be announced, like the Suicide Squad game, the new Batman game, I'm like, shit, it's pulling me in. It's pulling me in, man. And I'm like, and I do have a Twitch channel, but of course I just use it for this stuff. And I'm like, whatever. Right. But I'm like, oh man, I think I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to end up buying a console and I'm just going to jump on it.
Do it.
Did I when the Arkham games came out, and I had a roommate who had a PS3 or PS4 or whatever, and I just was glued to that thing. When he was at work, all of a sudden 5 hours would just go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I always fear. I'm like, I don't have the time to do it, but I don't know. I came so close when it came to the Spider-Man game. I was like, I just want to play that, because it looked cool, and it was kind of like the Arkham games, but in the Spider-Man world. So I was like, tempted. But so you've been doing it for over a year.
Yep.
What you usually play? What on there, like Fortnite and stuff like that?
I used to. Then Fortnite got garbage, so I dumped it. But now mostly I play Warzone.
Okay. Yeah, you're. I remember your video. You posted a video on Twitch or Twitter. When you were trying to make your way over to like the Tenet trailer, and you just missed it.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. I was cracking up.
Yeah,
you're like, what the fuck?
It's funny because like as I was running my character over there, I could hear the trailer going, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm missing it. I was like, should I stop? Should I just like end the stream? Should I turn around? And as soon as I get there, I'm just like, I thought maybe they were going to play it again. That's why I said that. I was like, all right, here we go. And it was the credit.
I know. Oh man, that was a crack up. A lot of people got a kick out of that. But it's just kind of funny too, because when it comes to Christopher Nolan, he's very old school. I mean, he loves to he films on film. He doesn't like to do his minimal visual effects. Right. He is like holding back. He's got his heels dug in when it comes to releasing it. And he's just totally set on releasing Tenet in the movie theater, which I respect for that. But then at the same time, he's like doing this stuff with Twitch with his movie, or not Twitch, but on Fortnite and stuff. And I'm like, is he like trying to test out the waters? Like what exactly?
It was weird. It was weird. Yeah. I never actually saw it on there, so I'm not sure how they showed the movie on there, but it's weird he even would think of putting a movie like Inception on Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering if he's like, maybe he's trying to like test it out a little bit, I mean,
right.
we all, we got to evolve. I mean, obviously that's just where everything's going.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just where everything's going. And I noticed too, like on the timeline, you post like, the statistics for the coronavirus. How's everything going with the whole pandemic with you?
It's going good. Yeah. I can't complain. I mean, I've been healthy. Everybody I know has been healthy with it. So,
have you been working from home?
Yeah.
Lucky. Yeah.
You still go in the office?
Yeah, I still commute. I mean, it's nice because the commute's not as congested, but but at the same time, I'm like, man, I just want to not do this. There's so many times where I wake up and I'm like, I mean, because I could do my job from home. I could, but I think they just, they're like set on like, hey, let's just keep everybody here. I mean, I have to, when we're walking around the office, we have to wear a mask. We got to take our temperature at the beginning of the day, everything like that. So they take the careful precautions, but I'm still just like, come on, just because I literally work off a laptop that's connected to like, 2 screens, and it's like, you could easily just do it, but they don't want to do it. But so you live in Ohio. Have you lived there all your life, or is that like a new location? Grow up there? What's going on?
No, I was born and raised there. I live in Seattle right now.
Oh, you live in Seattle right now. That's right. So, somebody mentioned that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, see, even Nate knew. He was like, Seattle Dave. It's not Ohio Dave, it's Seattle Dave.
Right.
That's cool. So you live up in Seattle. I got some family that live up there. It got a little crazy up there earlier, a couple months ago. Little zone, formed up. Did you ever come across any of that, or did you just stay away?
I drove past it once because like where it happened at is where I get my hair cut.
Oh shit.
So I had to drive through it. It looked weird. It looked like a scene from like an apocalypse movie. Like it's just tents everywhere and like just random people that look all ragged, like a bunch of homeless looking people everywhere. And it was weird.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I guess they it's no longer there anymore, right? They like disbanded it.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Social experiment that didn't quite go well. I mean,
right.
Let's face it. They were trying to like, hey, it's all peaceful. It's all this, that, and this. And then all of a sudden you're hearing about people getting beat up, people getting shot, and people getting killed.
Got stabbed or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like, and then the police they didn't want to go in there. And it was like, and it's like, hey, you guys are your own thing. You're supposed to, yeah. Yeah, you know, social experiment. They don't always work out. But anyways, so when it comes to well, first off, Dave and I have actually met in person. We met at the Snyder event, which was which was a pretty surreal time, that's for sure. Because
that was a cool weekend.
It was a very cool. I mean, I only went on the BVS day because I'm only in it for the clout. Not the not the artist that we were there for now. But no, I went on the BVS day because, you know, if he does another one that's an entire weekend, I'll probably go all three nights, because it just seemed like there was a lot of fun. I know some other people that went the entire time, but the BVS night was just insane. I remember walking out and seeing that big long line, and then just everybody just kind of knew everybody, you know, and even like you walked up and I looked and I was like, and we just looked at each other like, hey, what the fuck? Like, you know, It was just kind of like, it was almost like a reunion. Like we all kind of knew each other, but we never really met. And it was just a great environment. And then of course, everybody was jealous of you because you got handed a personal t-shirt from the man himself, which I believe I tried to steal. I don't know if we want to talk about that.
Did that happen? I don't know. I mean, some people didn't even see me there. I didn't know.
I know, apparently. Yeah, you weren't even there. No, but yeah, there was that right when Snyder showed up, he was like looking, oh, there you were, because you got a Stone Quarry shirt, right?
Right.
Yeah. And you, for some reason, you didn't get it when you got, what was the story behind that?
I was supposed to get it Saturday before the Watchmen stream. Like I was supposed to have lunch with him and I missed it because my flight got delayed 3 times.
Shit.
Yeah. So I think Mick hit Zach up and was like, hey, is it all right if you bring one for Dave tomorrow, because he missed it, you know, because his flight got delayed. And Zach was like, yeah, sure. And then he walked in and handed it. I thought he was going to hand it to like his secretary or like this, or give it to me afterwards when no one was around. Like I was not expecting that at all.
Dude, I know. He just flat out, that was like the first thing he did. I mean, that just shows how genuine that guy is. He was like, hi. And then he was just like, where's Dave? And then he just had the shirt and he just walked up and just handed it to you. And literally the whole room just became extremely jealous of you, to the point where people were like, were you even there? I don't remember you there. I don't remember you there. No, but it was, that was a truly, like, it was a fun evening. Very funny. I mean, just even watching BVS with everybody. I mean, that was probably the most fun I ever watched the movie, you know, just the movie in general, because I mean, everybody was just, even if, you know, we've all watched it a million times, but the fact that we were watching it with Snyder, with Deborah, with people that were involved with it. I mean, especially the captain of the ship himself, and then just fans of the movie. And I mean, I did make the joke, of course, to the Comic Movie Marks, who was like, you know, everybody was cheering and clapping every time we saw, like, you know, the opening credits. Like you see Ben Affleck, you see Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, everybody was clapping. But I looked at Matt and I was like, isn't it kind of weird that we're all clapping and cheering while the Waynes are getting fucking murdered? You know? I was like, I don't know if we should be doing this right now, but, but I get it, you know, but it's like, there's literally a dramatic moment happening where like Bruce's parents are about to get murdered or being murdered. And we're just like, yeah, that's right. There you go. You know, we're just cheering for everybody. It was just totally electrifying. I mean, never had so much fun watching that movie, and that it'd be awesome to definitely do it again. 100%. And I know, Zach, like,
during that movie too.
What's that?
I think Zach shouted during the movie a couple times too.
Did he really?
Yeah, someone shouted. I think when Gal Gadot first popped up at the party with Lex, someone shouted, "That's my Wonder Woman," and Zach was like, "She's mine too."
Really? I did not know that. Wow, I didn't even hear that. Shit, that's funny. God, that guy's genuine. So, when it comes to Snyder, I mean, you said you missed a lunch with him, but you haven't did you ever, there was other times where you met him or no?
No, there was one other time I was supposed to meet him.
Jeez.
That we had another lunch again with him for like a suicide walk, but I couldn't make it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, just what was another flight delay?
No, I just couldn't make it out. I
okay.
coffee to get out there.
Okay, I gotcha. I know that's a struggle. Like, I mean, me, it's lucky for me. I literally live like an hour and 13 minutes away from Pasadena.
Oh,
So yeah, so it's like
you can go to his house right now.
I know, and maybe I have been there and just waited outside in my car. I don't know. There's a possibility that might have happened a time or 10 times, whatever. No, but no, that's why I'm like, I've talked to him, in DM stuff like that, and I've thrown in there, hey, if you ever want to have a cup of coffee, but of course, COVID hit, so I don't know if that's ever gonna happen anytime soon. But with everything that's been happening, I mean, talk about just a journey, right? When did you get involved with the Snyder Cut movement? Like when was it for you, or when you just kind of joined the madness?
I think it was pretty like right away, like right when people started talking about there was a there was a cut already of Zach's that wasn't like 100% complete. There was a cut then. I think that's when I kind of started, getting pissy with bloggers who were saying it didn't exist, and even though Momoa said he saw it, like all that. So around like probably 2017, end of 2017.
Yeah. So you saw Justice League. Your first reaction was probably like a lot of people's reaction, kind of like you wanted to believe, like,
Dude.
Yeah. What was your reaction?
It was so awkward. So I saw it a couple nights early at a screening with a guy from my job, and like as soon as I saw Henry's face with that ugly ass CGI mustache, I just I looked around to see if anyone else thought this was weird besides me. And like everyone, like the guy sitting next to me and a couple people around me, everyone's just smiling like, oh, this is awesome. This is great. I'm like, am I the only one who notices how ugly this looks right now?
Yeah.
But I wanted to believe none of the evil stuff that everyone was saying about Zach, like what they did is true. But
I know. I think we all. I don't know. We were all in that boat. We were all very much in that boat. I mean, I actually watched it on the Warner Brothers lot, which would made it even worse because it was just like walking out of that, out of that screening and walking back to my car, just like feeling like I just got punched in the gut, And then I'm like, what do I say? Because everybody's waiting for a first reaction. And I'm like, what do I say? And I mean, I like sat in my car for about 10, 15 minutes, just trying to think like, what do I say here? Because the rumors were true. They de-Snydered it. Yeah. And, and it's just like that whole night. And then I made my way over to the world premiere, the LA premiere. And I was watching them all walk in, and and I see Cavill, with this mustache, and I'm going, does this guy even know? Does he know what he's like about to see right now in front of all these people? Like the first shot is him, and his face is just what? It's like what? I just I felt for it, and then all of a sudden, like I'm seeing everybody go in, and who's not there? Zack Snyder is not there, and I just go and I just remember just driving home. Just kind of like in silent, kind of, radio turned down and going, what the fuck, man? Like totally just going back in my head, like, not wanting to believe all the rumors of all the drama that was happening. And, and then just kind of going like, wow, I was wrong. I got to start reevaluating things. And it was just a weird thing that happened. And then of course, release the Snyder Cut. I don't even remember when I first heard that saying or read that saying, but I mean, it was shortly after, but it's been quite a journey, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been crazy. I think the first time I legit thought the cut was going to get released is that lunch that I missed with Zach. So like during that lunch, he told like one of the guys from TPZ asked, and they were like, hey, like, do you think we're making any progress like with what we're doing, or like is anything happening? And Zach said, he was like, it's inevitable that it's gonna happen at this point. And that's when I knew. I was like, that fired me up. I was like, okay, it's working. Like it's working. Like I think it's actually gonna happen.
Dang, yeah. Where was that? When was that? Was that before that? Because there was like a Comic-Con, I think it was it 2018 Comic-Con? I think. Mm-hmm. Where people were hearing that maybe that it was going to be an announcement there, because I mean him and Deborah were like vacationing like across the water, so people were like, wait a minute, what's going on? Yeah. Was it around that time?
It was, I think it was November.
So
It was
after.
around October, November of 2018.
Okay, so it was after. Yeah, because that was a weird stretch of moment, because everybody was saying like, oh, there's going to be an announcement. Look where he's so close. And then, I had somebody I was talking to that was close to him.
Right.
And I was like, hey, is this true? And I was like excited. And all of a sudden he goes, no, I'm not hearing that. And I was like, oh shit. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, guys, pump the brakes, don't overhype yourselves. And then it was I mean, I literally went from John McClane showing up at Nakatomi Square, and then all of a sudden I'm John McClane with my hands up like this, shirtless, all beat up, like, guys, I just said he's not going to be there. I'm sorry. It was insane. It was an insane week of just like, holy shit. And then he ended up not being there. And I'm like, okay, like, we just got to be patient. Just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Do whatever we got to do. It's been a crazy journey. And then finally, when the announcement happened on May 20th, I mean, I think maybe you had a little bit of inside information of some stuff, but
I might have known a couple days.
You might have known a couple things, and I think you actually might know some more things. That maybe I mean, as much as I want to keep you drinking, and then maybe something will fly out of your mouth.
You're gonna have to take it easy on the Snyder questions, because
yes.
I will answer anything right now.
Shit!
So I will spill everything right now. So I gotta be careful.
It just got interesting here, folks. Just got interesting. No, but when the announcement happened, I mean, how good did it feel? How good did it feel?
God. I was literally jumping around my living room.
Yeah.
I was so excited, man. Oh my God, it's hard to. It's weird it happening, because I don't know. It's just one of those things you fight for years, and you just, I don't know, something in your mind kind of tells you don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird.
Surreal. Very surreal. Yeah. Like when all of a sudden it was like, okay, like I think it was that weekend where Umberto, aka Scoopy Pants, when he kind of like he threw out an article or something came out where there was like, whoa, all of a sudden there was talk about, wow, this might be happening all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden like I started going, and I started talking to people behind the scenes, talk to source. And all of a sudden, when my source was like, yeah, it's happening, look out for Wednesday, I went, oh shit. Like I just remember leaning back in my chair going, oh my God, it's finally going to happen. And that whole week was just insane, because it was like, we knew it was inevitable. I mean, all of a sudden the Man of Steel watch got bumped up, because it was originally supposed to be in June, right? For like the anniversary. When he bumped it up, I think everybody was like, oh my God, this is definitely happening. Yeah. And then it sucked too, because, of course, it's just like written in the cosmos, because, when COVID was hitting, work slowed down for me, where I got furloughed for like 4 days. And then, of course, the day that I have to go back is the day it got announced, May 20th. I had to go back to work. And I'm like, of course. And so that's why when you see my reaction video for it, I'm literally in a work car. Like I just got done doing some field work. And I was literally just like, I had an earbud in, just listening to it as I'm doing my stuff, just listening. Henry, all of a sudden Cavill shows up, and I'm like, oh my God, this whole thing. Another question I have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna press
one minor correction from one of my fellow Clout members. It was at SnyderCon is when he said it was inevitable.
Is that what it was?
He said so.
I think, I think that's what he was trying to give that impression to everybody. Like when people wanted to add, when they got their stuff signed. And, and I was one of those people that was like, I don't want to press him with that question. I don't know if I should. So that's why I made a stupid chin joke, which got a good laugh out of him. I got a great picture of him laughing at a chin joke.
Oh, is that what he was laughing at?
Yes, I laughed at I pretty much just said like, hey, did you have like a wall of chins in your office and you were just... That's all you had. You were going by trying to figure out who your Batman was going to be. And he just laughed, and, and I got a great picture out of it. And I was like, but of course, Matt, Comic Movie Marks, he was like, hey, he bat out was like, and that's when like, he circled the 214 on the poster, which was, nobody saw. All of a sudden it was just like, holy shit, he's telling us something here, and And then, of course, there's the whole thing of like, is it finished? Is it not? I mean, at this point, who the fuck cares? 214,
Right.
214, that had its time. It was a thing. Now it's a whole different thing, and
Right.
that's one of the things that is still discussed about, today,
Right.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is not the 214. It's going to be a completely new, thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure. So one of the things maybe I'll ask you is, are we going to see anything interesting before DC fandom? You go.
Man, that'd be cool if we did, huh?
It would be cool.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool
Okay.
if we saw something like. I mean, I don't want to give a specific date.
I know.
I don't want to act like I know something I don't know, but it would be cool if we saw something before Saturday. Next Saturday.
So it's like something a little bit more than just an editing bay.
Maybe a little bit more than that, yeah.
Oh, okay. We're getting somewhere here, guys.
Yeah.
Pour yourself another drink, Dave. No, but no, I'm not gonna like totally press you. I mean, I get it. I mean, what I love about Snyder is he knows exactly what to drop. He knows exactly what.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's face facts. I mean, as much as we did our part, we definitely did our part, and I'm talking about everybody. I don't care who you have a fucking beef with or anything like that. Everybody played a part in this whole thing, whether you took part in the campaigns or not, whether if you just put your voice out there, we all were a part of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're finally getting it. But I mean, the big part was just Snyder himself. I mean, after November 17th, it was just like when I heard that there was supposed to be a big push, and there was a big push, and hearing things like we needed to push the hashtag, and then all of a sudden you had Godot, you had Momoa, you had Fisher, you had Affleck fucking tweeting out the tweet. I was like, okay, this is it. Like there's something is happening right now. And I'm sure you kind of caught wind of stuff beforehand, and you were like, yes, you got to push it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 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 We were kind of purposely building up to that day. But I mean, that was an epic day.
That was
an epic day, man. Like really to have Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck tweet that out, like, not even that. There's a lot of people in the fandom who hadn't tweeted the hashtag for like 2 years also tweeted something out that day.
Oh yeah, there's people that there's people that never tweeted it out before that were like, oh hey, I would love to see a different version of Justice League. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut, and like people with big followings. I mean, it just really took off, and I mean, I guess that's what Warner Media, AT&T, and all those people, they just needed to see that, and I mean, it's just crazy. Like where we're at right now. Now we have it coming out. We don't know. I mean, there's, we go back and forth. Is it going to be a series? Is it going to be a movie? I mean, we can, talk to death about that. I mean, I've already said like, hey, I think it's going to be both. It's going to be both, guys. I mean, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And then people like wonder, well, is that a compromise or not? I'm like, no. Everything right now is not a compromise. Like Snyder. Everything that's happening with Snyder right now, it's like his idea, and AT&T and Warner Media are like, go for it. Good. Yeah. Yes, that works. 100%. That's what I'm trying to like, when it comes to people still pushing back on things, I'm like, he's not, he's not being brainwashed. He's not being told this, that, and this. Just certain things that I see out there, and I'm like, no, he's in complete.
Mick did convince him to change it to Zack Snyder's Justice.
Oh, is that what it was? Mick? It was, but he didn't want to put Mick's Justice League presented by Zack Snyder.
Mick wanted too much money.
Oh, is that what it was?
To be on the title, so. It's gonna.
He
settled for Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, is that what it was? He was like, "All right, fine, it's your movie," but I mean, obviously, I'm the one that helped it get out there. I know that Mick always, clout Mick, man. I tell you what. But okay, so when it comes to DC fandom, like it doesn't show that Fisher's not going to be there, Momoa, blah blah blah. But do you think they're going to make a little cameos during his panel?
I hope so. I hope so. I think Fisher might. I feel like Fisher might. I feel like he was kind of hinting at it during Justice Con that he might make a appearance there. He just couldn't talk about it. So The other guys, I don't know. I hope so. Oh man, I hope so.
I mean, it just seems a little. I mean, obviously with Momoa, he's busy. I get it, but it just always seems like he would be there and like just make that surprise appearance. Godot, I could see not showing up because she's promoting her movie. I get that.
Right.
Fisher, I mean, I can't. It doesn't seem like why would he not be there? I mean, he showed up at Justice Con, and by the way, how good is that fucking guy? I mean, how awesome is he?
Dude.
I mean, I wish that you and him would have a podcast because you guys have soothing, deep voices for this shit. I tell you what, I mean,
I'll be down
yeah,
for that.
yeah, dude. Like when I heard you, like when you in like the Man of Steel watch or the Watchmen watch. I mean, I was like, man, Dave's got a fucking voice for this shit. And then listening to Fisher, I'm like, these two need to have a podcast together. My God, because you guys got that soothing voice, man. Tell you what. And then, but yeah, I have a feeling that Fisher's definitely going to show up. And then, just what are your thoughts about stuff that's been happening lately with him?
I think you have to be crazy not to believe him.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I think you have to be crazy not either that or someone's whispering in your ear to say saying not to believe him.
Right.
But I mean. I've always believed Ray, but I think what really sold it for me is when he was on Justice Con and he looked straight at the camera and he told Joss Whedon, like, if you think I'm lying, then sue me for it.
Yeah.
Like that's a level of confidence you don't have unless you're sure about like what you're gonna bring to the table.
Exactly.
So I think it's crazy what he's doing. I hope it works out for him, man. I hope
it
doesn't hurt his Hollywood like role chances or anything like that because
I don't think it's going to. I think there's going to be pushback, of course, but I think in the long run, it's actually going to help him. Given the climate we're at right now, and the fact that that this has been happening in Hollywood forever, just slimy people, just being slimy to everyone, and just the abuse of power, and for the longest, I mean, I heard from my source like. And I said it time and time again. I mean, he will refuse to buy a Jeff Johns book again, and he's had bad things to say about Whedon. And the fact that the latest, Fisher tweet about Jeff Johns, the way that he worded it and how it was broken down, like people are like, hey, do you notice how he said the LA reshoots? And just everything that was in that tweet, that he's probably he's careful about what he's tweeting when it comes to this stuff. And he's like, probably like, hey, is it all right if I say this? He's probably talking to his team that's involved with the whole thing. And they're like, yep, that's perfectly fine. So, I mean, I think he knows exactly what he's doing. And, the fact that, like he said on Justice Con, hey, go ahead and sue me. I got you.
Exactly.
Like, he's so confident. He knows that he has a case. He knows that he has a case on these guys. And they're probably shitting their pants. And they're probably going to like throw stuff at him. They already have. Like John Berg saying like, he didn't want to say booyah. He was being like totally wrong. It's like, what? That's your response?
Yeah.
How'd you feel when you heard that response?
About John Berg?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! It was obvious. Like he was just trying to throw a distraction out there, like from what was going on. It was,
and then all of a sudden, they announced like the Snowman movie with Momoa, that's produced by Johns and him. Like, come on!
Didn't they change it later?
They probably did.
I think they changed something about it. Like, I thought they changed something about it, but yeah, I mean,
they probably did.
It's all just a distraction from like what's going on.
It's crazy. And when it came to Justice Con, how did you think that all went?
I thought it went great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, man. I loved it. Like I thought every panel was good. I didn't think any of the panels were boring. I thought they handled it. I thought they handled it really well for how much work they put into it. Because like I know how much work Eric Queen's put into that, like getting everybody and the schedule was lined up and like the decor, all the merchandise, like everything they did for it. And I thought it went smooth. I thought it went super smooth.
It's a grueling task, like to pull all that off. I mean, my God. And then if they do it again, I mean, if they're going to reach out for other people to help, I mean, that's 100%,
Right.
And speaking of Justice Con, we got a certain person that was part of Justice Con, Miss Wonder Meg has joined The
Meg
fuck?
is
Almost
here?
said
Meg is here.
Mr.
Meg
I
is
almost said
here?
Mister. I'm sorry. I'm used to. Hey, you know what?
All right, I'm out.
Dude, we just scared Jay. We just scared Dave away.
That's all right.
Yeah. What's up? I know. I thought I'd surprise you. What's up, Meg? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. We're doing pretty good.
Sweet.
I see you have. Okay, so you just recently moved.
Yes.
Okay, so you got nice and set up. I see your. You got. I mean, you don't have your great wall of Funko Pops behind you,
No.
but you have a couple of cherished Funko Pops behind you. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You also have that Batman Rogues Gallery poster, which I actually have on my wall too. So good choice. Good
Thank
choice.
you. Thank you. This is the
Yeah.
only corner of my apartment that is like finished at all. Everything else is still packed up.
You did it for the Vodka stream. I get it.
I
get
did.
it.
I literally did.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, guys, this was planned. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have Dave on. I was like, and then I hit up Meg, and I was like, hey, do you want to come on? You know, be part of the panel. And she agreed because usually you're working, you know, nights and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But not tonight. It was like it was meant to be, Dave. It was meant to be. You know, you were on, and then all of a sudden, you know, it was just meant to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Meg, we were just kind of talking about DC fandom. We were commending you guys for Justice Con, and you know, obviously we are now huge fans of all of you for pulling that off. So
I don't
how
know
does
what
it
Justice Con is.
Yeah, what is it? Oh no, well, it's also called Clout Con. I've heard.
Ah, there you go. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Project.
Yeah. That's what it's also been called too. So maybe you recognize it with that name. But
Yeah.
okay, we're like what, 2 or 3 weeks after? How has
I
it
think it's
been
3.
for you? Yeah, 3 weeks, right?
Well, it's been, I don't know, pretty cool, I guess. Everyone just calls me the Justice Con girl, so that's cool.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But other than that, I still have to go to work, so that fucking sucks. So
Hey, we all have to do that. We all have to do that. If only we could do it for everything. Yeah. No, but I've noticed your Twitter following has increased pretty. Wow.
Yeah, I think I've gained like, what was it, like 3,000 since June 19th or something. So yeah, that's crazy.
That's the reason why you did it, right? Because
it's
yeah,
definitely, yeah,
for Twitter followers. No, it's crazy. Like, you know, yeah, it's crazy. Like, I mean, just to, I mean, first off, the way you guys pulled that off. I mean, obviously, I mean, you guys were part of every panel. I mean, it was a long weekend. I mean, how did you feel after all that? I mean, you probably slept pretty great after it.
Well, like after we finished, we did the Watchmen stream, and I'm 100% honest, I did not watch a second of that movie.
Before she's like, I'm probably gonna sleep during this whole movie.
Yeah.
I was like, it's all right, take a nap.
I brought a pillow and a blanket into my office at the time, and I just laid on the floor. I checked in like here and there with Dave to make sure it was like all good.
No, it worked. It worked out.
But no, it was very, I felt very relieved afterwards because we've like actually pulled it off.
There you go. You can't complain there, Abe. Thank you, sir. So when it comes to DC fandom, now that the schedule's out, I was going to ask you guys I mean, obviously we're all the panel we're actually most hyped for is the Snyder Cut of Justice League, as it's titled right there, which I think some people think that's what it's all going to be called. I mean, maybe it will. Who cares? To be honest, at this point, I just want to fucking see it.
I don't give a fuck what it's called, to be honest. I just want to see it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Dave, what's the second thing you're most hyped about when it comes to fandom?
The second is actually probably the Batman.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I want to see some footage, like legit footage, and kind of get a vibe for what it's going to be like. So, yeah, probably the Batman.
There you go. That's what mine is. What about you, Meg?
Wonder Woman 84.
All right, I'm gonna kick you out. I'm just kidding. No, I figured that. I mean, what's
no,
good
but I'm really hyped about the Batman though. I
Yeah.
fucking love Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, see, I know you're a Pattinson fan. I saw you
I
tweet something
stand.
out about that the other day. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that just go, "I've only seen him in Twilight." It's like, fuck. Like, watch. I mean, I always just go watch The Lighthouse. 100%.
Literally watch anything
Good
else
time.
he's in.
Yes,
He's not
Literally
a bad
anything
actor.
else.
He's not a bad actor.
No, not at
No.
all. He's got
No.
range, guys. And
No.
I'm like, I've only seen only a handful. I need to watch more. But I mean, when I saw him in The Lighthouse, I was like, holy shit. I mean, this guy, I mean, I saw Good Times, and I think what was that one? He wasn't the star. The City of Z or whatever the heck. What was that called?
The Lost City of Z.
Lost City of Z, yeah. Great in that too. And I'm like, okay, this guy has fucking range. But when I walked out of The Lighthouse, I'm like, okay, I'm fully confident that this guy is gonna pull this off. I mean,
Yeah.
100%. You know, I think they chose. At first, I was kind of like, yeah, you know, when there was like talks about it, I think I made jokes about it. I think I made a video about a joke where they were gonna have Robert Pattinson and who played who's also in Twilight. I'm also drawn up. Come on, Meg, you're Twilight.
Which
girl,
is
the
he?
girl.
Kristen Stewart.
There it is. Jeez, I could have like totally just drawn them. No, but like there's like they try to like they were casting her as Batgirl, and I was like, you know, and I made like a funny video of like, fuck no, we don't want to see that. But that was like 2 years ago or something like that. You know, I had to make that joke just because, you know, it's just a Twilight joke. But I mean, I don't really see her as Batgirl, to be honest. I don't really see her fitting as that, to be honest. But when he got cast, I was like, you know, after seeing like going back and watching like the movies that he did, the independent projects and everything, and I was like, okay, nobody should have a problem. And he's also got a good chin and jaw. Come on.
Yeah, he does. He's beautiful.
See, there you go. I'm
Should
curious.
no,
go ahead.
Should I get a headset? A bunch of people are saying they can't hear me very
You know
well.
what? You are a little low. Low.
Okay.
Yeah, I would suggest it. I think at first you were fine, but now that there's, you know, now that Meg crashed this party, I'm
I
like,
know.
As always.
God, Meg's the fucking worst.
yeah, you got that awesome microphone going on.
I
You
know.
So that blue. I had the snowball for a minute there. So, but so when it comes to DC fandom, is there anything? What else? So you got Wonder Woman 84. You got the Batman. What else? Anything else that you're looking forward to as well?
Not really.
Really?
I mean, I'm excited for Black Adam.
Okay.
It's not what the panel. I honestly didn't even look at the schedule. I was just seeing it on Twitter everywhere. So it's like, how long's the Black Adam one? It was like 15 minutes or something.
I think it's like 20, something like that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, but you know, it's not very long. So
yeah, it's not. A lot of them are pretty short. I mean, the longest one is the Suicide Squad, and I get that because there's like the entire cast is going to be on that thing.
yeah.
I think, and then Zack Snyder is 25 minutes. I think the Batman's a half an hour.
Yeah.
And, so,
hopefully that's
so yeah,
better.
Yeah. There you go. Now you sound. Now we can hear that.
There we go.
Yours. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mama, can you hear me? Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. Like, it was funny looking at the schedule. I was like, all right, this is 24 hours worth of crap. But at the same time, it's like you can go through everything pretty quickly within a day, because a lot of the stuff is like there's like encore panels.
Yeah.
They just re-show things again for people, you know, on the other side of the world. So it's not going to be as crazy as people were thinking. Like, oh man, I'm going to have to fucking do a couple lines.
Stay up all day.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be
right.
You know, it's all going to be crammed in within like the day, within that Saturday. And then you got the encore panels for everybody who's going to wake up and start catching up. So
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that they did it, because yeah, at first they made it seem like it was going to be insane. And then it's like, oh no, it's only going to be like in this time frame. You'll be all right, you know? So yeah. Anything else you're looking forward to, Dave?
For fandom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Wonder Woman 84. I'm curious what they say about Black Adam.
Yeah.
Way to copy my fucking answers, Dave.
I know. You just, you guys.
What's that?
damn.
I wasn't even here for your answers, man.
No, you guys
Mm-hmm.
switched the script, didn't you? You were
She's
like,
always
okay,
on my back.
I know.
She's always on my back.
She's always riding her coattails, right?
Man. took all my clout and all my followers. God.
I
I
was
knew
so
you when you had
happy.
100
I was
followers,
so
Meg.
fucking happy when I passed him in followers. I was so happy.
So hyped. Oh man, I know it's just pretty. It's all pretty insane where we're at right now, and
It's crazy.
according to Dave, something might happen before Fandom. I don't know if you've heard it, Meg. I mean,
It's possible.
It's
I
possible.
mean, maybe.
See, look at the.
She put on her NDA face. She put on her NDA face.
NDA face. I mean, my God. I mean, remember she actually has she has the physical clip of that black suit Superman.
Yeah.
Somebody actually, when you posted your image of your desktop setup, somebody zoomed in because you had black suit Superman. Somebody zoomed in on the file name, and it literally was like it showed like the file name of everything, and it was kind of funny because it was like you have the physical copy.
Yeah, it was literally titled Justice Con.
Yeah. Not the physical copy, but you had a full-on HD copy of it.
Yeah.
Stuff. Lucky you. Look at you.
Yeah.
I'm so cool.
You are so cool, man. I mean, I tell you what. I mean, you might as well just take over the whole stream. Nobody cares.
Seriously. Yeah, I could just leave right now. Nobody.
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody would care if we left. We just.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know it's late over there for you. Anyways, we got another person joining the stream, Mr. Scott Mcclellan. What's up, sir?
Oh, what's good, Scott?
Hey, Dave. Nice to officially meet you.
Right.
It's nice. I don't know why I'm here either. I think Dave and I get the Daves. Like, we should basically just let Meg have it. I mean,
right. I know.
I know. It should just be called DaveDome, right? DaveDome. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh my God.
Which is funny because Meg, you talk about how you haven't looked at the schedule yet. I've already gone through like 2 drafts.
Oh, really?
Because when it first got announced, I did one, and I did it with like conflicting items. So while Dave was talking about it, while he was talking to the kids, I was sitting here with another tab open, going, "Okay, well, Dave's talking. I'm going to try to clean up this. I'm going to try to clean up this schedule and I'm still having to just flat out miss things. Going, no,
really?
You unless you're willing to like be awake for 24 hours, you have to establish priorities. You cannot fit everything in.
Oh yeah.
And you got a newborn, so what a bad time for that. I mean, you're gonna be bouncing that kid on your leg as you're just going like, "Oh, look at Dwayne Johnson talking about Black Adam."
Hey, that I could actually make that happen. It's not like Callum making a guest appearance on the Vodka stream, which he's done at least once, maybe twice already.
He made an appearance one time at least. Which panel are you looking forward to most, Scott?
I mean, obviously. Let's be serious here.
Second.
Obviously, Suicide Squad. Obviously.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Flash TV show.
No, actually, I dropped that. That was actually one that had to go. Nope. No, I actually had to like ping that one off. I'm looking at my schedule because I thought you might ask me that. So I have my schedule right here that I'm scrolling through, and I'm trying to think. It's something probably between the Suicide Squad game or the Batman panel.
Yeah.
But I do have that Superman Man of Tomorrow like world premiere. Like, I'm curious how that's working, how they're world premiering the animated movie as part of Fandom. So I've got that checked off like 2 a.m. or something.
Wow, that's in 2 a.m, huh?
Wow. Well, once again, the encore, because I have
the encore. Yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about, before. It's like it's not exactly 24 hours. It's just accommodating everybody for the 24 hours. Like,
right.
We can get all done. We can get all done by like I think the latest one was like 9 and for me at least like 9 or 8 or 9 in the evening. So, but then you got the encore panels just in case you miss something or anything. So
yeah, I hit encore. My last panel I see is 11:30 at night my time on Saturday, and then my encore start at 2 a.m. Sunday morning.
Oh wow!
Wow.
So, and I'm supposed to be on that round. We're supposed to be on that round table too. So I'm I'm like, Ben, John, when are you going to fit this in? I'm
I know.
very curious what window you're going to make.
I know.
For
Are they
that.
out there? When are you guys going to fit us into that thing? I mean, that's going to be crazy because, I mean, even when Justice Con was happening, it was like you had Crisis on Infinite streams that were happening, you know, so we're like jumping around with all that. I mean, you know, as much as it was a long day for you, Meg, it was a long day for me, okay? I was tired.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so bad.
You might have been tired, but so was I.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Gosh.
Jeez, such a diva. My God. I'm talking about me, actually. But, yeah. But anyways, we got some more people that are joining. We got Mr. Midside, Justin joining. What's up?
Justin. Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
Because you said you had a special announcement tonight, I want you to understand I chose my attire in honor of your announcement.
Oh, wow.
That fucking movie? That's from the movie, though, man.
I was actually a Kickstarter for the third one, which I never finished watching, but you know, it happens.
Dude, I quit working on the third one. They were so inept.
Oh, it shows. It shows. Just trying to watch.
I was in the office for them, and they were gonna they were like, okay, we're getting ready to put you on the set to work with the filming of this, and I was like, I don't want to fucking do this. You people are retarded, and I just left.
Anyways, Justin, so we were just kind of talking about a lot of things, talking about DC fandom.
I heard all about that. Scott's doing fandom like I used to do Warped Tour. Like you get there in the beginning and you see the giant inflatable schedule and you're like, okay, I like this band and this band, but I like this band more, and I can't get from this stage to that stage.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
It seems like that, through like a digital virtual kind of thing. It is kind of like what, you know, you got to pick and choose like what you want to actually see or what you want to actually partake in. And I know I was at work and I was like clicking and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to that. And I was just like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I just want to go to everything. I'm like, I don't even care. You know, I just want to see everything and see what everybody talks about. But of course, there's the main ones that I'm, you know, mainly looking forward to. So, but is there anything like particular, Justin, that you're actually like looking forward to besides the Snyder Cut of Justice League panel?
Where's that free T-shirt panel? I couldn't find it on the schedule.
There's a T-shirt panel?
No.
He's talking about the T-shirts that Zach talked about.
I don't know.
That's honestly, I mean, obviously,
that's right.
I'm a big rock fan, so I want to, you know, see the Black Adam stuff. But I really am only going to watch the Snyder thing. That's the only thing that I'm like really interested in personally. Although I have a question for you based on what you said earlier. I don't understand why the multiverse is a difficult concept to explain and needs an entire panel. Don't you just say, okay, there are a lot of universes and they all exist together. The end. Like, why is it a complicated concept?
Justin, as you're on a panel with someone who actually lost an entire afternoon trying to explain that on Twitter, it is more complicated apparently than you think. I'm just saying.
It really is.
Confused about?
Well, they're. I'm sorry, Dave. It's your show. Please continue.
No. Like, you're doing a great job. No, but I think one of the things is just like, have you ever really sat there and like really tried to explain it to like a family member? You know, you're at Christmas and you're trying to explain. Well, specifically, like, I mean, I'm sure you guys have been like down this route too, where it's like Dave, have you been to like a family reunion or like been with friends and you're trying to explain the Snyder Cut or trying to explain Zack Snyder's Justice League to somebody? You're like, how does that go?
It's kind of annoying because you have to start from. I feel like I have to start from the beginning every time I talk to someone because a lot of people like the general audience, I guess, doesn't really know much about it. Like they think Justice League was Zack's movie. Yeah. Like that's it. They think it was Zack's movie. So I have to explain, no. He wanted to do this. It was an arc, and Joss Whedon came in and took over and crapped on his film, and Jeff Johns, blah, blah. Who is Jeff Johns? Oh, well, Jeff Johns is a comic book writer who had a different version for the film, and, like, it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, because when nobody knows the actual drama, you have to
exactly.
You really have to do that. Well, now we got more people backstage. Mr. Tim Yoko is here. What's up, brother?
Oh,
Hey,
what's good,
Tim.
Tim?
Nice
to meet you.
Whoa.
Oh, and Chris, the hot
Hey.
dog man. What's up?
Oh man.
Chris, you are now the crotch of
You're back in the crotch, Chris.
Congratulations. I made sure that was going to be the case this time. So, congratulations. Oh, you got
there
the
we
hot
go.
dog. Yeah,
There
you
we
are the
go.
hot dog. There it is. You got the hot dog. Put it up right there.
Hey,
makes
by the
sense
way,
now. It makes much
I
more
still
sense.
can't point the way. I got this opportunity because Tim reminded me on Twitter. Hey, buddy, 5 years.
Yes. 5
Oh,
years.
It's been nice knowing. Today is the 5-year anniversary of the first time we spoke.
Oh, wow.
First time, yeah.
Wow.
See,
Yep.
it's meant to be on the
Wow.
pocket stream. See what happens on the
So
pocket stream.
cute.
It all comes together. It really
Did
does.
you get him flowers?
Yeah.
Oh, I got him much more than that. I got him a 5-year career of podcast.
What's the podcast name? What is the podcast?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we got to take.
DC Film
Yep.
Squadcast.
There
Yeah,
you go.
these are-
There we go, plug.
You guys
Yeah.
aren't hey Dave, Meg. If you guys aren't aware, anytime we plug our stuff, we take a drink.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you like watching people play games, I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/OhioDave.
There we
So,
go.
There you go.
Oh, Dave needs a refill.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, feel free. What are you drinking, Meg? By the way, I didn't ask what you were drinking. Heine. She got a
Heineken.
Heine going on.
Nice.
Look at her.
Oh, no.
Anyways, all right. Well, guys, thank you for joining the stream. Tim, we were just going to talk about DC fandom and what we're looking forward to the most. Obviously, I think we can all, objectively say that the biggest thing we're looking forward to the most is Zack Snyder's panel. But and if you say otherwise, I will kick you out. But but I'm just saying,
You don't
like,
have to
what
worry
is
about
your If you say this, the Suicide Squad, I swear to God, no. But
It would actually be on brand. I'm not lying. So I mean,
well, no,
right.
that's why I said that. I'm like, of course it'd be on brand because you guys have a podcast called the Squadcast. Cheers.
Yeah.
But what's your second most hype panel that's going to be at Fandom?
Oh man, I tell you what, I looked at the schedule and I pretty much want to just listen to every single panel because I mean, as DC fans, usually when we're just kind of like leaning on something like from Hall H, we have like 1 hour, and usually we're just getting like updates over tweets and that kind of thing. We have all day to kind of see content, which I just think is fantastic. But to answer your question, I want to see something from the Batman.
Yes,
I mean that's what I want to see. I just want to see some of the first footage of that. And I'm gonna say like I'm super curious to see what James Gunn is gonna be doing with Suicide Squad. I can't wait to see some footage. Obviously we're probably gonna get something, right? So I think that's gonna be really neat to kind of see, because that's gonna answer so many questions in my mind about what that film's gonna be. Yeah, it's kind of it is. I am curious to see like where that's going to be taking place. Is it is it a direct sequel? Is it coming off of Birds of Prey? So many questions when it comes to that. It's going to be definitely interesting, especially when you have the whole cast in there. Mr. Swenson, Hot Dog Man. What about you?
Aside from Zack Snyder's Justice League, is there anything else better? No, just
I know.
But actually, I wanted to see I'm interested in the Flash and Black Adam.
The Flash. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was wondering who else is in Black Adam. Like, who's Justice Society of America? Who's being cast in all those different roles? Because that in itself could be a pretty big movie in itself. If it's almost a JL, of course not Zack Snyder's JL, but maybe like
JSA.
JL.
Yeah.
But a JSA, yeah. So should be a pretty big movie. I want to
announce Brian Reynolds as Hawkman, right? No. I don't know.
That's right.
I heard.
Coming.
I thought we were gonna wait for Garza before now.
No, of
But
course.
Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to that too as well. I heard it was gonna be a Black Hawk Down type of movie, and I'm like, okay, I want to see that. A lot of heroes dying left and right. I think that would be kind of cool. Villains, actually. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'm in the curiosity for that movie, but also, like I said, I kind of wonder are they going to announce more casting for Black Adam now that I think about it? I mean, right now it's like a 20, 25, I think it's only like a 20-minute panel. And Dwayne Johnson, of course, is going to be there. But is he going to bring in somebody, like, hey, this is who's playing Hawkman? This is what, who knows? I mean, any bets on who's going to play Hawkman? I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Reynolds. I mean, he already kind of debunked that. I don't know.
And to bring it up, it's only 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 15 minutes.
It's only 15 minutes. Yeah, I pulled up the schedule because like the times are like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
There's 10-minute panels. There's 30-minute panels. I mean, it's interesting. I'm sure it's based on the content that they have.
Yeah.
But they didn't force every panel to be the same length.
Well, I think it makes sense that it's 15 minutes because they haven't started filming the damn thing. It's like, hey, here's Dwayne Johnson. He's going to talk about it. Maybe he might announce another cast member. Yeah. That's about it. But I mean, that's why I think the longest one is the Suicide Squad one because, that movie is in the fucking can. It's got a huge cast. It's probably got a trailer. It's got the director. It's got so much going for it. So that's why, that one is going to be the longest one. And then you got, of course, Zack Snyder, he's got 25 minutes. I mean, he's going to probably answer a couple questions. And then we're going to get a glorious trailer, which, Dave, what's happening in that trailer? Go.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. It starts with
Is it 25 minutes or is it 15? I keep saying people say that's wrong.
25. Yeah.
It would overlap into.
It's 25. It is 25. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be missing Black Adam. It's gonna roll into that one, and nobody's gonna show up to that one, right?
It's right after it, right? Yeah. But anyways, let's take a break from the DC fandom stuff. Mr. Justin, you have something to announce tonight.
Well, I mean, it ended up being related, right? So I was trying to come up with when exactly I should release my novel. And I asked, and someone made a suggestion on Twitter, and I thought it over and I threw it around a bit. And it's crazy, but I'm going to do it. So I'm going to release the cut on, there you go, throw that up there. I'm going to release that on November 17th.
Nice. There you go. Cheers.
I drink that.
Nice.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, good job. And for those who don't know, I mean, this is not, it's not anything like what Sean O'Connell is going to be putting out there. It's not based on the fandom, like actual stuff. This is like, this is based on a true story, but it's fiction. It's about, a story that has to do, and it's in the same vein of basically what's happening with Zack Snyder. So if you want to talk about that a little bit more, Justin.
Yeah, you can read the preface. It's on the website. If you go to themidside.com/thecut, you can read the preface where I explain all of that. But the basics of it is I like to think of it sort of like, how Law and Order will take something that's ripped from the headlines and do a dramatization of that. I did a similar thing, using my knowledge of things that happened, knowledge of rumors that are flying around, and just, my writing ability and thinking of how to dramatize things. I created a fictional narrative based upon that. And, I took elements of real people and mixed in what I thought would make things more interesting and created characters that way. And it ended up being a full novel. So I was like, the best thing to do would be DIY, with my punk background, and also hard to write a story about integrity and then try and give it to some editors and publishers and say, here, change this.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So November 17th. I mean, obviously that's a perfect date right there. I mean, some significant things happening on that day, I must say.
Justin, I do have a question because on your last appearance when you talked about how you did research, like doing the EPUB and all the different formats for the different readers. I'm kind of curious, because I know that some bigger websites do allow for self-publishing. Are you going to sell it just as a download from like your own website, or are you going to use some of the bigger chains that allow for you to like put yours on their store?
So I'm going to do it two ways to answer your question. The first is for the EPUB version, I'm going to use a functionality called Gumroad, where you can set up your own stores and everything, and people can buy that one that way. But then I'm actually going to do a Mobi version, which is Kindle. and then print on demand is Amazon, because I did a bunch of research for print on demand services, and the best print on demand service is Amazon. So based upon that, I would do Kindle that way, because you can. This is something really messed up I noticed that Amazon does through this process is I have this program called Scrivener where you can export in EPUB format, export in Mobi. But then when I took the Mobi and I uploaded it to my Kindle or uploaded it to my Kindle app on my phone, the formatting got changed. So the most notable place was the table of contents where it would add numbers next to it. So if I opened the Kindle on the Mobi on my computer that I formatted it on, it looked fine. But when I sent it to the Amazon cloud, it reformatted that. Now, obviously, they want you to do that because they want you to sell it through their site. So I'm just going to do it that way. That's going to be the easiest way. So the print-on-demand version will be on Amazon. The Kindle version will be on Amazon. And then the EPUB will be on my website as well.
Okay.
But it'll all be linked to my website.
Awesome.
There you go, guys. Look for the cut right there, November.
That's great.
That was a real inside baseball author question.
I mean, who else is going to ask you that question besides
No. That was a perfect question. I wasn't going to. I was going to be like, cool, you wrote a book, man. How'd you do it?
It shows the work that goes into it, right? Like, and it's, it's the same thing when you were talking to, Meg about JusticeCon, where people will accuse her of clout, right? Like, people don't see the work that goes in behind the scenes for this stuff. And it's the same thing. Like, somebody could say, oh, you're writing a book about this? And, Sean O'Connell's already doing that. Oh, and now you're going to release it on November 17th? Like, people could say the same thing about me, but they don't see the amount of work that goes into all that. So questions like that are great.
Yeah, they are great.
Wow.
I mean, that's the thing, and it's funny too, because I love it when you post about it and Sean O'Connell is like totally 100% like backing you up. He'll retweet like what you had to say. I remember, I think even today when you mentioned that you were going to be on here to announce the date, he like sent you a GIF of like applause and stuff like that. Like, because it's two different beasts. That's what people got to realize. It's not. Right. These are not the same thing at all. They're about the Zack Snyder and the Snyder Cut, but they're two different animals.
Right. And if you've read the preface, I actually say that. Like, he mentioned on an interview, I forget, it might have been with Garza, his interview on their show.
Real Emotion?
Yeah.
Cheers.
When he said there's another story that he's going to cover.
Even though they're not here.
Yeah, we're
Why not drink on their behalf?
Bastard.
Get that up. I think somebody even asked him, like, are you going to cover the stuff that happened on set and everything? And he's like, no, that's another story to tell. And in my preface, I was like, when I heard him say that, I was like, well, I can do a fictionalized version of that. That can be my story to tell. Because there's more going on that people don't talk either. They, a lot of times what's lost in all this conversation is the culture around what happened. What about our culture contributed to this? We see all this stuff with, Jeff Johns is evil coming out recently, right? But what's the culture that enables people to act in this way? What's the mindset that enables people to act in this way? And that was what I was more interested in telling. And because of that, I'm serious when I say I think the books will work well together. Where one's sort of like, well, we can't really know what's going to happen because nobody's ever really going to talk about it. So why don't we, with our knowledge, make a fictionalized version of it, and then that'll bridge the gap to the movement. And I think when you see the way it's written, I think you'll see even more that it fits in very well.
Good. Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it right there. And okay, so back to the DC fandom stuff. And thank you, Justin, for announcing that on here. I think you picked a perfect date for it. That's for damn sure. And
I'm glad to hear that, because I was worried people were really going to shit all over me, and they're going to be like,
nope. "No, dude, people love you, and people love you in here, man. They're all looking forward
Twitter's
to it.
cool, man.
We love you too. We love you
Twitter's
too.
cool. No one said that.
You have better shoulders than me, so of course. If you see me eyeballing the TV a little bit, the fucking Giants just screwed up, and it's 7-7 now. So Jose,
how do you blow a 6-0 lead? I mean, seriously,
they just shit the bed right now. So Jose, you Dodgers fan, we will talk about your question right here, which he brought up right here. Why is no one mentioning Zachary Levi's he's gonna apologize for the Snyder fandom on his? I totally forgot about this. So
Wait,
Meg,
is that actually real?
yeah, Meg, you've been pretty quiet. I was wondering.
It's on the panel.
What did you feel about this?
I don't fucking know. That's weird. That's weird to me.
Is that really gonna happen though?
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Is that did they just people making that up or what's going on?
It's on the panel.
No, in the description,
It
it says while commenting on everything from panels to the other Zach's cut, and even with a few guest surprises dropped in. Now the panel's only 10 minutes long, but it's in the description.
It's in the Shazam panel.
In the Shazam panel
Shazam
description.
panel.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
While commenting on everything from panels. Yeah, whatever Zach Scott said.
Here, watch. It says it right here. Okay, it says Zach Levi and the cast can't tell you shit, I guess. Sworn to secrecy on this new script for their upcoming movie. Zach and a few of his Shazam castmates talk with the Philippines' #1 fan, Juno. I'm not gonna even try about what the next movie might be about, while commenting on everything from panels to the other Zach's cut, and even have a few surprise guests drop in. So that's interesting. 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
I don't see it, man.
I don't. I feel like what he said was like kind of douchey, but that's just like his like I don't know. It's just how he is sometimes.
So
you know,
he's douchey, huh? You think
I
he's
mean,
douchey?
but
Does
like,
anyone-
I don't know. I don't know how to describe
All right,
it.
exclusive. Meg thinks Zachary Levi is douchey.
Does anyone else
love
kind of like
Zachary
feel like
Levi.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Does
No,
anyone
no,
else kind of feel like Zachary Levi just literally just didn't really know what was going on?
Exactly. That's
Because
what
that's the way I kind of took it when he made those comments.
Yeah. When he was, I mean, you're on stage, everybody's looking at you. He's probably got nervous energy going on. I mean, and you know, at the time, he's like, he didn't know what the hell was going on with the whole thing. He really didn't. And he just did all that. And I mean, maybe in this panel, he'll just be like, hey guys, sorry that I, said all that. I'm glad that he'll probably commend it all and probably be like, hey, I'm totally looking forward to it and this, that, and this. I mean, I'm sure he has nothing but praise for Zack Snyder, 100%. I mean, I think David F. Sandberg does too. I mean, I think I don't know how everybody feels here, but I mean, I enjoyed Shazam. I really enjoyed. A lot of people, shit on it, saying, "Oh, it's fucking MCU 2.0," and I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, that conference scene, you won't see that in the MCU.
I can't even show it to my kids because of that scene.
Oh yeah, I thought I remember hearing that kids were like freaked out about it. What were you saying, Chris? What did you say, Chris?
My kids walk out of the room when that comes on. They just
it's a scary scene.
But it's also, isn't that like so because of its sort of Amblin 80s quality? Isn't that so 80s to have that one scene where we all just, hid behind the couch or covered our eyes? I mean, it's like Murphy getting shot in RoboCop. That was always the one for me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. When I saw Ghostbusters 2, Vigo scared the shit out of me, man.
Yes.
I shit you not. I was scared of Vigo when it came to Ghostbusters 2. He freaked me out. Like when he first shows up and the shit shoots out of his eyes to what's his name, Yonish or whatever the hell his name was. I freaked out. I literally remember being in my chair in the movie theater going like this. Like I
remember that.
This was like I was a diehard Ghostbusters fan. I watched the first one like religiously, loved it. But for some reason, the second one, Vigo, freaked me out, man. So now you guys know a little bit more about the psyche that's going on up here. I still that guy now. What were we talking about?
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi.
You know what? I mean, he's got 10 minutes. I don't know if he's going to mention it. I mean, I love what David F. Sandberg posted the other day, which was like Shazam 2. Like, did you guys see that video?
Yeah.
I did not. I missed it.
Oh, it's great. It's absolutely great. I mean, protect that man. I love that guy. That guy's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
He seems like a cool guy.
He seems
like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the number 2 guy when it comes to like the DC films directors that just knows how to engage with the fans. Like, so Zach is still number 1, but like David Sandberg knows how to do it.
Yeah. Like even the other day too, he like somebody that was on my timeline, I forget her name, but at the moment, but she posted about, Billy's mom, who's of course is the true villain of Shazam. That
bitch.
Yeah. And like she made a comment about that, and all of a sudden he put a deep fake of her on Joker's fucking head.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was so great. Well, we had this scene, but we cut it out, and it was her head on Joker walking away.
Yeah.
The hospital blowing up, and I'm like, this guy, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah.
He really engages with his fans. I love it.
Yeah.
So good.
Great. Yeah.
Swenson, how you doing down there? Sweaty?
Yeah.
I'm under
warm there.
Yeah.
Any more hurricanes coming your way?
Yeah. So when it comes to obviously we're gonna get that first trailer. We saw the image from Snyder taking a picture from the editing bay, and I love the fact that he's using the same guy that he showed a picture of when he was editing the first round. And of course, we can argue up and down about the ratio and this, that, and this. I mean, during my live shows this week, people were talking about the ratio, and I'm like, whatever the hell it is, I don't care. I mean, I'm going to watch it on an IMAX screen. I hope it looks great. If I watch it on my TV, it's going to look great. Whatever. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about ratios.
I don't
give a fuck.
Shit. I don't. I mean, okay, listen. You guys were talking about the lighthouse earlier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's talk about the fact that the lighthouse was missing
Right.
2/3 of the screen, and I didn't care.
it worked. It
worked. It was doing a thing. It was
Yeah.
doing a thing.
Yeah.
My eyes eventually
adjusted.
And then I just watched the freaking movie. I mean, let's talk about the day back during the days of Pan and Scan when I thought widescreen was annoying before I knew any better. Back when you had to buy a widescreen version of a movie, or you got the DVDs where you Pan and Scan was on one side and widescreen was on the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but yes, I'm showing my age. Thank you very much.
Oh, no. I did even worse, Scott. I used to buy the VHS tapes that were widescreen. Which
Yes.
yeah. And I didn't have a widescreen TV, so it was ridiculous.
Dude, I grew up on that 9 shit, man.
So the point is, I guess when I see the arguing, whatever the reason is for the arguing, I'll be honest, I don't give a crap.
It's so embarrassing.
It's just, here's the thing. It's the ratio that the director wants.
Right.
And let's not kid ourselves, we're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're getting more. I mean, we're getting more.
Right. You are getting more of the picture. And I don't understand why it I'm sure it matters to some people legitimately. And all I can say is,
yeah, Justin.
Is that really going to stop you from watching the movie? And all I'm going to say for me is, I don't care. I just want to see the damn thing.
For me, what I find most interesting about it is, since we don't see movies typically nowadays in that ratio, other than Lighthouse would be the, most recent example, but we grow up as comic book fans, at least, many of us here, reading comic books all the time. And what's great about the comic books is that's the ratio.
It's a square.
So, it's basically a square. And so this, to me, I'm super, super intrigued about how I'm going to feel about this thing, seeing, a superhero film in this ratio. So I'm excited about it. It's going to be a new experience, visually for me.
Yeah.
That's interesting you brought up Lighthouse, because I couldn't even tell the aspect ratio. I was just intrigued and involved.
I noticed it right off the bat.
Think about what happened.
But I remember I read about it too. I read about the aspect ratio of that was going to be even smaller. And then when it came on, I was like, huh. But then as soon as probably 36 seconds in, I totally just adjusted and I didn't even care. The fact that the cinematography was still very beautiful in black and white and in that small aspect ratio, that just tells you something right there. And the fact that I walked away with that movie, from that movie going, holy shit, that was awesome. That was a fantastic movie. The two leads were awesome. The visual was awesome. The music was awesome. Everything about that movie, with that, the way that he shot that, I mean, it worked. Everything worked with it. The black and white and the aspect ratio really worked with it. And that's just like who's the director of that? I'm like drawing a blank right now. Scott?
Oh, that'd be a Tim question. Tim,
Tim,
do you remember who directed that?
Who's the director of that?
I'm drawing a blank
he
right
directed
now.
The Witch.
Yeah, he did The Witch.
The Witch.
The Witch was great too. I'm totally just drawing a blank on who that director is right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking it up right now. We even reviewed the freaking thing on DC Film Squadcast.
I know.
Don't you hate that? But
Robert Eggers. Robert Eggers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did The Witch.
Dave, did you see The Lighthouse?
No, I haven't seen it yet. But
You got
Ryan Rivera in your chat is the one who said it.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah, he's on that.
Yeah.
You gotta see it, dude. You gotta see
Yes,
it.
we
Man.
do.
I heard it's good. I heard it's really good. I heard it's good.
No, I didn't see it, but I have a question for Scott. Is Robert Eggers related to Dave Eggers?
I don't think so, but I still think it's really. I have to actually. You know what? I'm not even going to guess. I'm actually going to do Google research right now because I am curious.
Yes.
There you go. That is interesting. No, Robert Eggers. I mean, I know he's he did The Witch. Did he do another movie too? I don't know. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
very talented filmmaker for sure. If you guys have seen
The Witch was his first feature length film.
yeah. And then after that was The Lighthouse.
Yes, The Lighthouse, and then he's got a new one coming out called The Northman.
Yes, which also has Willem Dafoe. It's about Vikings and shit like that.
Oh, shit.
But I mean, if you watch The Witch, I mean, The Witch, it's like spelled with like two V's together, like different. Very, very. I mean, he's like one of those filmmakers that really like tells a story. I mean, there'll be like freaky elements to it, but he really uses like his visuals, and it's just it's a slow burn. Like if people don't like a slow burn, you probably won't like it. But I mean, shit that happens.
Taylor-Joy. No.
Exactly.
There is a spot at the end where she's walking around naked, guys. So if I'm just saying, if anybody's wants to see that, which you want to see that. No, but when it comes to The Lighthouse, I mean, he just took every frame is like just planned out. Everything is great, and then of course having Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson just. And what's funny is it's a psychological thriller that's disguised as a lot of things. I mean, there's mythology that's a part of the story.
Oh, it's totally the Prometheus myth.
Yes. There's those elements, and then it's just like it shows two people in seclusion, isolation, and it's also funny. I mean, there's elements in there that are fucking hilarious. I mean, when Robert Pattinson loses his mind talking about a steak, and he just says, I fuck it. He just says he wants to fuck steak. That's how hungry he is. I mean, it's just stuff like that. I mean, I'm telling you.
And Justin, by the way, no relation.
There you go.
You don't hear that last name often.
Okay, so let's get back on. We took a little Lighthouse tangent, which is fine. Like I said, I suggest everybody to watch it. It is an out there movie. And if you have any doubts about Robert Pattinson's acting, I mean, if you're going to choose a movie to see him show his chops, that's a good one to choose.
Yes.
Yeah. He's great in it.
100%. But back to Zack Snyder's Justice League, which hopefully is. Hey, is it me or did he kind of slip up and say that he got that title on Vero? Anybody?
Got that title on.
He said he got the title.
I thought he responded to somebody.
No, okay. To clarify that, because I did another one of my Twitter threads. That was what that was. That was one of those cases where somebody asked multiple questions, and then you have to follow what the response was to. Even the person who asked the question jumped on Twitter to clarify that was not the question he was responding to, because even in my thread, that screenshot, I mean that one even I deleted because I was like, no, that's not what it was. So no, that did not happen. That's back to the guys. Okay, can we have a little Vero lesson here?
Yes,
one question at a time.
Exactly.
And then when he answers that question, then feel free to answer another one, because Vero comments are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
This has been my TED
It
Talk.
sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
Vero needs to fix that. That's happened multiple times. Yeah.
That's
really
not
has.
Zero, though. That's like when celebrities are out in public and you get people mobbing them, yelling questions at them.
Yeah.
You actually want to talk to this person, or you want to annoy the fuck out of them. Like,
And that's very true. I mean, that's one of the things. Like, I saw somebody post about that, and I was like, "Oh, did he get it or did he not?" But I remember him saying at JusticeCon that he was like, "It's going to get clarified whether or not he got it." And I know like the logistics behind it. I mean, it makes sense. I get the argument. It's like, when it comes to Justice League, that's a property that is owned by somebody else. But I mean, I'm hoping that AT&T wanted me to do like maybe a workaround or something like that, where it's like, okay, well, this is just his version. That's what that apostrophe S is stating, is like his version of Justice League, the movie. I don't know. Maybe they'll add something to it. I don't know. But it's just what I find weird, and maybe Dave, you can answer this for me because I know you guys are like best friends, and stuff like that. You and Snyder talk all the time. But like when he slapped that on a T-shirt, I mean, was he just like, "Fuck it, let's just do it," or like confident, or do you know the whole basis about that? The T-shirt that Meg is wearing, of course. There you go.
Right.
That.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's.
That's why
I'll say everything he does is very strategic.
there you go.
I'll say very strategic. So like if he put his name on a shirt or a hoodie or whatever for that, it's for a reason. Like he didn't do that just because he thinks it sounds cool. Like he did that because that's what he wants it to be called. That's what he wants it to be. He wants it to be called Zack Snyder's Justice League. He's just working through stuff to get it to that point.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Meg?
People kept asking about Green Lantern in the comments, and so like I mentioned it, and he said, "Well, it is on the shirt or whatever, isn't it?" Or something like that. And it's like, well, obvious, like it's on there.
Yeah.
So it's on the and I even said, like, before you guys joined up, I mean, I got this green light coming out right here. I said my crotch is going to be Green Lantern, Zack Snyder's Justice League. So exclusive.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Dave is always very strategic about things he does. Just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Either that or he's hiding kryptonite underneath his desk, which I think is another possibility because he does love Batman.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think you know what happened is like casual Batman, he's going to be doing a live stream soon. So he stashed it underneath. He stashed it underneath and he was like, "Fuck that blue tided, prick." So I think he stashed it and I'm just like, "Shit, why'd you stash that right there? Damn you." But you're right, Dave. It's like it's all planned out, but I mean, as soon as I saw the shirt, and when I saw this, I mean, it's almost pretty brilliant too because it doesn't say Justice League, it just says JL. It doesn't necessarily Justice League, but of course he does have the logos on the sleeves, so that's kind of like. I remember a lot of people were asking me, like, well, how did he get permission to put all that on there? And I don't know the whole logistics of that and how he was able to do that. Maybe because it was all for charity. Maybe that was like the reason why he got away with it. I don't know. Or, the fact that, he is the director of the original movie. So he owns that and he was able to do something. I don't know. There's a workaround. He just needs to click the link that I send him every Friday to come on this thing.
You got to get him on here. You're
really going to get him on here and ask him about the logistics of the legalities of the logos.
Why not?
Question.
Why not? I mean, because these questions have been eating at us. Why not just ask the question that no one else is going to ask? I mean, this is what Dave is for.
I want to know who his favorite Spider-Man is.
All right, guys. I need a refill, so talk amongst yourself. But what? So when it comes to him putting that on the shirt and stuff like that, I mean, what do you think? Like, was it just like, hey, let's just see what happens, or what do you think? What do you think, Scott?
No, I really do. My personal belief, based on nothing else but theory and speculation, is that because that Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be as much as he can do what he originally wanted to do. I think that was it was kind of like the pitch, the thesis of, well, in my version, this is who would be there.
Mhm.
What was the timing on that shirt again?
That was the week leading. It was like the Monday before Christmas, because I think Christmas was on a. I think Christmas was on a Wednesday, because I remember I was coming out of Rise of Skywalker to my phone going, "What the hell did I just miss?"
So we already know at that point in time that things were kind of agreed to, at least in principle, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got an interview with Alex Lobo. He's a law student, or actually no, he is already illegal in terms of, I forgot what the property, I forgot what it's called. I know
I know what you had him on your show. I remember he was talking about,
so I talked to him, and he explained that even though it's like charity, he needs permission from the people who owns those logos. So to him, when he saw that, he says, "Oh, okay, well, that just means Warner Brothers or Warner Media already gave him permission, or it was already a go ahead at that point, or at least closer to the go ahead. He got the permission." So that and I had that video with all the legal scale thing, and then I noticed Zach liked it, so I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe we're on to something."
Well, but the logos are trademark. I mean, those are trademarks. I mean, because you got copyrights and trademarks. I mean, no, those logos are legally owned by Warner Media and now AT&T as their parent company. I mean, that's how the IP works.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, that's the question I've always had, and I think that's the question that I would ask him. I mean, right after I asked, "How is your hair so fucking good in this whole?" I mean, my God. I mean, that fucker's hair. I mean, I remember it was funny because when he did his thank you for the comic book debates documentary thing, and there was a new one that was out there too. And Meg, you're part of that. Congratulations. You were in that. The one from comicbook.com.
So excited, Meg. You're so excited.
What? No, I can't watch those. I can't watch videos of myself. It makes me just fucking cringe so hard.
Same.
Oh, I can't. But thank you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. But goddamn. See, I'm like, what was I talking about?
Yeah. It's like,
Zach's hair.
Zach's hair.
How perfect it is.
Because when he did his thank you video, he had like his normal, just like it kind of just comes forward. But then first it was Grace's interview, and then it was your guys, and all of a sudden it was like perfectly like shaved on the sides, and then he was like doing the whole thing, and we're like, look at this guy, look at Chad Snyder here, my God. My God.
I think he uses Josh Whedon's tears, like if Josh just crying his hair.
There's Chad Snyder Twitter account that I cringe at every time I see it.
The what?
There's a Chad Snyder Twitter account that I cringe at every time I see it.
Is there? Is it called Chad Snyder?
Yeah, and it's that picture of like the ultimate Chad someone made on Reddit, and it's got the chin and everything. But it has Snyder's the top of his head over the head. It's super cringe.
You gotta love it, man. I know. See, someone keeps on. Yeah, Dave keeps forgetting. Yeah, what he's talking about. Yeah, it's I've been too much rock. Yeah, which Dave you talking about? Wait, hold on. There's two here.
Yeah, which one?
We're in DaveDome here. Okay, come on. Not the only Dave here. We're all named Dave here. And wow, that's a lot. That's okay. Yeah, we feel that.
Yeah. Fuck Josh.
Yeah.
No,
Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
It's a little over the top for me, right? So like, no, look, guys, I'm the biggest like Snyder like defender in the world and everything, but there comes a point where it's like you're overly invested in these people you've never met and have nothing to do with it, and like you hate them too much. Like you're better off directing that energy inward and using it to create, using it to do something that's going to be productive in your life. Like, yeah, these people, and for all accounts, I think Joss Whedon's probably worse than Jeff Johns because, we know of his history with Buffy and women in the industry and everything.
Yeah.
But there are much worse people out there in the world, and there are much worse things going on. Like, it just bugs me. It's like, this is what you're going to invest all your energy in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And Joss Whedon's done some good stuff. I'll say it. I like.
Well, I've said that too. Like, I mean, I'll commend him like for bringing us that first Avengers movie. I'm like, okay, he did that, but I'll commend him for that. Yeah,
of Angel, Firefly, Serenity. I enjoy all those things.
Yeah. I never got into, but I always said I never got into the Buffy show. I love the Buffy movie. I don't know, but I just never got into the show. I love the movie. Christy Swanson, Luke Perry, Paul Rubin. Come on, Pee-wee
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Howard. I mean, it was a great cheesy fucking movie. But when the TV show came out, I was like, It was nothing. It didn't feel like the movie at all to me.
Well, I think and I think you've even indicated that was the point. Is the show was actually more of what the intention was.
Yeah.
Versus the movie. Also, Donald Sutherland.
Oh yeah, that's right. He trained her.
Yeah, he was the Giles character. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the way he died in that movie, it was very. It was very funny because like he was going to stab a vampire and he reaches up this high. So then the vampire just grabs his hand and stabs himself. And I'm like, why were you raising it up this high? Just fucking just do that. But they had to make a dramatic moment. Anyways, this has been Vampire Slayer with Film Junkie.
I think most people here can separate the art from the artist.
True.
We can still enjoy what they've made. But, maybe they're as a person, you're not so right.
I've said that about Jeff Johns too. It's like I get it. Like he's given us some great stories. He's given us some good books, and a lot of the content we're getting now is going to be based on some of that stuff. Like yes, 100%. But but I'm not going to ignore the stuff that I've heard that happened behind the scenes, and now we're hearing come to public when it comes to Ray Fisher. I mean, we're going to hear more. We're definitely going to hear more. So I mean, I can still respect the guy. I can still respect the man. Even when I was doing a Film Junkie Live, I had people go, well, I'm still going to buy the 3 Jokers books. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Do what you want. I'm not saying fuck this guy, boycott all his stuff. But, we do got to acknowledge Geoff being a prick. That's pretty much it.
I think it depends on the content of a story as well. So for me with Joss Whedon, I can watch most of his stuff, but I can't watch Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog anymore because going back and watching it, and you see the way Nathan Fillion's character is portrayed and Neil Patrick Harris's character is portrayed, and the way the woman is treated in that, Felicia Day, it's kind of uncomfortable to watch now because you see it's kind of trying to say that Neil Patrick Harris's character, and I'll say it, the beta type character, in his sort of underhanded, manipulative ways, is the hero, and the villain is actually Nathan Fillion's character, who's this confident person who wants to help people and do good. And watching that, knowing the way Whedon's acted, it's like this is really a window into the fucked up part of his psychology. So I think it depends on the story as well and the content.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, yeah, it's all about the content. It really is. So. But we got some more people that are joining. Oh man, Steven was here, but now he disappeared. But now we got Mr. Matt Jarbo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Just doing some online training, and I'm taking a break, so I thought I'd jump on here.
Why not? Party. Good party. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I got a job working with the U.S. Census Bureau, and so they're having me go through all the formal training, but it's all online, and I'm just sitting here banging my head against my desk. Like, I don't care.
Wow.
I don't.
Like every piece of PD I've ever had to do, where you watch a 30-minute video. Do they make you take little quizzes in the middle of the video to make sure you're paying attention?
I had to just watch this 21-minute video about at workplace harassment.
Yes.
And then answer 10 questions. And I'm like, yeah, I've gone through this training before,
Well, the worst thing is usually those things are so no brainer that you can just kind of not paying attention, just go right to the quiz. The problem at my company, what they've done is they actually have it where if I flip through the slides too fast, they go, no. There's no way you could have gotten through this thing that fast. And so they pace you.
Well, this is actually all audio narrated.
Yeah.
And so you can watch the progress bar at the bottom, and then it's about maybe 30 seconds to a minute per slide.
Yeah.
And so this that's how they kind of slow you down, because while you can skip ahead, my supervisor can see the rate that I'm going. And so plus they allot 9 hours for this training. And so at $18 an hour, I'm just sitting here for 9 hours, like making some good money. Like, all right, I'll just sit here and do, why not? It's worth my time. But
it's a federal job.
Yeah, it's a federal job. I got sworn in.
We didn't just pay $2 trillion for a relief package, right? So talk about waste. That is the biggest example of government waste I've ever heard of.
Well, I mean, it's like
mandated.
I have to be trained. It's mandated. I have to be trained on like what to
Every
do.
10 years.
Yeah, the census is just I'm temporary, so it's like a 2-month job, and they require it to be done. So yeah.
Yeah, you might be right there.
Can you forward that?
Yeah, he did probably skip the
stuff. I mean, stuff that we're hearing and more stuff that might be coming out. Yeah, he might need to brush that there.
Well, I still think the craziest thing with Joss Whedon was when his wife dropped that op-ed in the Wrap a couple years ago. And because she indicated that like he had been unfaithful, right? And I do know who he was unfaithful with. That much I do know.
That was what was it?
That was I can't say who told me. But it's a very reliable source, and I can't say who, but I maybe it's been like a long time. You guys want me to tell you who he slept with?
Was it Felicia Day?
It wasn't. It might have been Felicia Day, but the one I got
about that. Yeah.
The one I got was ScarJo. Is the one I got. Oh. And when I say, I will not say who told me this, but when I will tell you privately, you will go, oh shit, okay. Because this isn't like some fucking person that's like, I was a PA on the set of the movie. Nah, this is fucking someone else entirely. So yeah. So it's like when I heard that information back in 2014, and I sat on it for years. I didn't tell anybody about it for years. And then I'm reading this op-ed from his wife, and I'm like, and all of a sudden it just clicks, and I'm like, oh, she's talking about that.
Yeah.
She's talking about that. And then I'm like, you son of a bitch. Like you landed ScarJo, you son of a
that's what I don't get. Like she could have Marilyn Monroe to Obama and she's wasting her time with Whedon.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, but you got to look at it like this though, man. It's like Whedon back at the time, he looks like a human chud, and he's just gained all this weight and he's lost all of his hair. But back in 2010 at Comic-Con, I was there when they had everyone show up on stage, right? And so Joss Whedon, like he was in peak physical condition back then. He looked really good back in 2010. So 10 years ago, he was a bit of a stud, surprising to say. But then now he's a bit of a chud. So there's a bit, he's grown and lost hair in places. But yeah,
that's
happened.
Crazy. And by the way, I guess your little icon was made by Mr. Alessandro here.
I still have to compliment you on my rendering for the Real in Motion artwork. I really enjoyed that look. I was like, I don't have a lot of hair up here, but I appreciate what you gave me.
Yeah, no, he's a master craftsman, man. I actually after I saw what that thumbnail, I was like, hey man, can you make something for me and my alter ego Casual Batman? Can you make something, please? And so we might be seeing some artwork from him. That's going to be interesting. What were we going to say, Justin?
Didn't Ryan Reynolds date Scarlett Johansson?
Yes, they were married.
Yeah, this was after
they were full on married.
Yeah.
So she went from Ryan Reynolds to Joss Whedon. I don't care if Joss Whedon's in Joss Whedon.
Yeah, but now she's engaged to Colin Jost. So
yeah,
it's
which is very strange.
It's very strange. Colin Jost of all people.
He was not one of the anchors.
Makes a lot more sense.
I guess he makes her laugh.
Yeah.
I think she likes funny guys
out here. Huh? Can you give us the woman's perspective here? When you're talking about someone like Colin Jost and Ryan Reynolds, Joss Whedon is not even anywhere in their league, right?
Fuck no.
Thank you.
Never.
Even Colin Jost, I can look at him and I can go, okay, I get it.
We lost.
That's why she needs Colin Jost. She has to she needs somebody to make her laugh after what apparently happened.
Well, I think after when she was with Ryan Reynolds, there was some leaked photos that came out. The leaked photos, and then not long after that, they broke up. Yeah. So it's
Ryan Reynolds. It was probably him again.
Oh.
There's a pattern here, guys.
Yeah, it's a pattern. We're talking 2008 and 2014. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds all the way. Actually, though, I still think at this point it was Tim Miller who leaked out the Deadpool footage, but
Oh, it was both of them. It had to be
it had to have been. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Tom Rothman isn't here anymore. Let's just roll the dice and see what happens.
Dude, that was a stroke of brilliance when they did that.
Well, think about how we all reacted to it, because we all remembered X-Men Origins Wolverine. Then we see that footage and we go, I want to see that.
Yes. No. Like I still remember where I was. I was living with my brother at the time. I remember sitting at my computer. It was the weekend after Comic-Con. It was all wrapped up, and I just remember just sitting there, and I was just kind of just looking at Twitter. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I get sent like a DM, like, "Hey, did you see this?" And it was that video. And I went, okay. I clicked on it, and I was like, "Oh, this must be for like a new Deadpool video game," because that's what it kind of looked like. Because it was all mocap and it was all visual effects. And then I was like. And then when I heard the voice, I'm like, wait a minute, that's Ryan Reynolds. What the fuck? And then I'm like, is he like voicing the voice like for like a video game? And then it just kept going and there was like nothing. I'm like, holy shit, what is this? And I started, all of a sudden people were like, started passing it around and they're like, wait a minute, what is this? This is not for it. And then I just like, of course, did a video about it and then it just blew up and it was like, yeah, I mean, that was like a stroke of brilliance what they did because I mean, that's the Deadpool that he wanted, and they weren't giving it to him. And then finally, it happened for him.
Right. When I saw that for the first time, I had just come home from the midnight showing of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, wow.
And I had just got home from that with my kid brother, because I was living in San Diego at the time. And then I jump on Twitter. Actually, I think it was on 4chan. I think I went to 4chan to like see what they were saying about it, about Guardians. And then someone just posted like the video and I went like, what the fuck is this? And I clicked on it and I watched it and I got in my car and I drove down to my drive-in, which is where I was working at the time, just to show the dude there that I worked with. I drove down there like at 2 a.m. and I'm just like, you guys got to see this, Yeah. And they're like, you couldn't wait till tomorrow. I'm like, no.
Like, it was amazing. Like, it captured everything and it was tossed around all over the place and it was completely insane. And I remember like when I was talking to my Thors when it came to the Snyder Cut and stuff like that, when it came to because he told me that Snyder has a cut of the trailer, like he had it, and this was like back in like end of 2018 maybe, I don't know. He's had a trailer, and I was going, can we fucking Ryan? I think I even said, can we Ryan Reynolds it? Can we Deadpool it? Can we leak it out there? Just throw it out there and see what happens. And I remember just going back and forth, like, how could we actually do that? And I don't even know the source of the whole Deadpool leak thing. And if I knew what that was about, like how they did that, I don't even know who like got handed who. Then maybe we could have did something with that with like a piece of footage or something from the trailer, but sadly we didn't. I mean, we still leaked out the Dark Side story.
Didn't Zach want to leak it out? He said he wanted to put it out at San Diego Comic-Con or something.
He did say that. He said, didn't he say that? Yeah, he said that he wanted to like.
He said I believe he said that at Justice Con.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think after Deadpool at that point, he's probably like, fuck it. I'm just going to put it out there and hope for the best, and I think that would have been a last ditch effort, if you want my honest opinion. If there's no movement on it and everything, that would have just been a last ditch effort. And that would have ignited the internet more so than I think the announcement for it would have.
That would have been so crazy though. If he just would have showed up and did all that. Let's see. It would have been awesome if he just would have just like, hey, somehow snuck it in there. Like if I don't know how he would have though at Comic-Con, like would he have been like, hey, instead of playing their trailer, play this trailer? I don't know how he would have exactly done that.
Most likely he would have just leaked it online. It would have just come out from some anonymous source.
Or he would have like handed it to somebody and then they would have leaked it.
Yeah, that's more or less what.
Or he would have left it on a flash drive in the bathroom.
Well, I mean, because you got to look at it like this. Like, Snyder is a team player. He always has been.
Yeah.
And so, so he wasn't want to like jeopardize his relationship with Warner Brothers despite what happened. So yeah, he wouldn't publicly do it, but he would leave it somewhere. It was on someone cloned my phone. I had it on my phone. Someone, like they hacked it.
Walked up.
like, some lie, and then everyone would have been like, we know where it came from, Zach, but like no one's gonna, fight you on it.
See, I'm looking at you, Dave. I'm like, why didn't you leak that? I'm like, come on. You guys are like besties.
Seriously, Dave. Come on.
You have a Twitch stream and everything. Like that's where you do it. You're playing video games, and suddenly something comes on the screen. I'm just saying.
It's a little clip. Just a little oops. Sorry, guys.
You put it in Fortnite like Star Wars.
Whoops, I had a little glitch. Yeah.
You treat it like Ray Park treated Instagram.
We're bringing that back, are we?
Well, I mean, it's either that or we talk about Anna Kendrick. I don't think we're there yet, so it's fine.
Yeah, for those when Darbo was on here, we talked about Anna Kendrick getting railed from behind on what was it?
Love Life.
Like, on HBO.
On HBO Max. Yeah.
Season 2 coming 2021.
Yeah. People will not leave Matt alone talking about that.
No, I pop up in the chat when you're live and someone will say it.
Yes, it's always there. It's funny. But yeah, that would have been interesting if like something would I mean, I still wonder about, when we talk about, the flashlight that was just left in a bathroom or something like that when it comes to that leaked footage that we saw a long time ago. I think it was like almost 3 years ago that showed like the cyborg footage. Speaking of cyborg, now we know that Ray Fisher is not scheduled to be at Fandom, and we already talked about it. Dave and I, we kind of talked about it. Like, do we think Fisher's going to show up? Most likely. Is there going to be some kind of announcement with him? I mean, there's always been speculation that he might get his own series spinoff or something like that. What say you, Dave? We didn't talk about like the possibility of something announced with him. What do you think, Dave? Do you hear me?
What's that?
Dave, hi.
What's that? Sorry, you're cutting out real bad. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I was saying like when it came to like Cyborg, do you think there's going to be? We talked about how Ray Fisher might not be there, but most likely he's going to show up as a special guest. Do you think there might be like? There's always been speculation about an announcement of possibly a series or something. Continue with him.
A series or a movie?
Yeah. What do you think?
I feel like it's getting my hopes too high, but I really hope there's like a series announcement.
Yeah,
going on with him, or maybe a movie announcement. But I could see a series. Either one, I would take either one at this point. But I hope something gets announced with it, like some type of development is going on with it. I hope they say something. So
yeah, I mean, it might be asking a little too much when it comes for like announcing a series because everything is banking on Zack Snyder's Justice League. I think when they see the response of how like I said, whether series or not, I mean it's leaning towards series, of course. If they actually see the response of these characters and how he portrayed them, specifically Ray Fisher, I think that's when we'll actually get like, hey, okay, maybe we should do something with his character because he was the heart of this movie. Look at how he acted. Right. Look at how his character developed through this movie. Like I know there was speculation of something like that maybe happening in a DC Fandom. Do I think he's going to show up? Yes, I do. I think he'll have a surprise guest, but I don't know if they're actually going to announce something with him. I think there's going to have to be a wait till after we see what happens with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And speaking of Steven, why Steven's not here? He survived like a fucking, I don't know, a monsoon hurricane monster storm. So he's he's still no power and barely any internet, along with a couple 100,000 Lowens. But raising
Iowans. He's from Iowa.
Cheers, guys. California. Cheers. I was like, Lowens? What's a Lowen?
Oh my god. No, but of course you can listen to Stephen Colbert with Andrew Dice on BVS by the Minute.
Cheers.
I had to do it for you, Stephen. I had to do it for you.
You're here in spirit, Stephen.
That's why he paid the $5, Scott. That's why he paid the $5.
You know what? I can be bought. Tim knows this.
Oh yeah, I have to rein him in sometimes.
Yeah,
so you wear yourself out a little bit too much, Scott.
No. I will. It's brought people to the show. My whoring has had a positive effect. I don't care how much you try to shame me. It's not going to work.
You have no shame.
You got to love their dynamic right there. Squad cat guys. Pay attention.
5 years of marriage.
Fuck
You better believe it.
That's what it looks like right there.
Yep. That's
No,
5
but,
years of marriage and 2 kids. What can I
There
say?
it is. No, but,
So here, where
know
will
what
we
that
find the
means.
body? That's my question. Where are we going to find the body?
yeah, where's the
You
body?
will never know.
Okay.
And of course, naturally in the live chat, Meg, everybody's crushing on you right now. I mean, as
Hey,
per
guys.
usual. Usually they're crushing on me, but apparently you're prettier
Dave,
than
don't lie to the people.
I know I am. I make myself feel better.
No, I've seen the film Junkee lives during the week where you're wearing like the tank top or you're joking about not wearing pants. You get some simping. It's okay. You can admit to it.
Hold the
I
simping
did
though.
I pulled a Justin last Sunday.
Oh,
Or no, last Saturday when the Steppenwolf image got released. I was just like chilling. I was like being lazy as shit, like catching up on the series Dark, which I'm in love with right now. And I just was wearing that. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking change. And so I pulled a Justin right there, and I had the suns out, guns out kind of thing going on. So thank you, Justin. I didn't have the backwards hat. I had it facing forward. Yeah, see, but he's got the Stone Quarry. He's got the Stone Quarry tattoo on his.
Oh, that's
What's on the
sick.
other side?
Yeah.
Justin?
oh, nice.
So,
Words on the other side, Justin.
yeah, what's on the other side?
Newfound Glory lyric.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
your
Like that, man?
for yourself.
just kidding.
Oh,
Cool. Yeah, no, but I see what you're saying, Scott. People always ask if I'm wearing pants and stuff like that. I know it's a little weird, and the reason why I had to make that joke is because the fucking Giants lost 8-7. I am
What?
Yes,
That's
they
because
lost.
at the beginning of the stream, you said
How did they
were
lose that?
Oh, you bragged
I
about it.
know.
I totally bragged about them. I was like, oh, I could just turn it off. They're winning.
Yeah.
You jinxed it, Dave. It's your fault.
Oh my God. I already know the Dodger fans in here are just going to give me all kinds of shit. There he is. Fuck.
There's Jose. Yeah.
Jeez, I get it. My dad's going to fucking probably, I'm supposed to have breakfast with my dad on Sunday.
Hey, Jose, how was that 2018 World Series?
Oh, yeah. You're a Boston, Red Sox fan. I get that.
I was in Dodger Stadium for that game.
Oh, that's right.
So they all sold you Dodgers fans all sold your tickets after game 5 because you're fucking bandwagon fans in LA and they gave up on your team. So I paid $200 for a ticket to see the Red Sox World Series. That's insane.
That is
That's
insane. Absolutely insane. But anyways, back to the DC fandom stuff. So we've been kind of going around the horn, speaking of a baseball term, about what we're hyped about when it comes to DC fandom. So Jarbo, what are you hyped about the most when it comes to DC fandom?
I think for me, the video game stuff is going to be pretty impressive, especially Rocksteady, whatever they're up to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I like WB Montreal. I think Arkham Origins is highly underrated, and it just gets a lot of flack for no good reason. It's a great story, and Tim Miller's cinematic work on that stuff was fantastic.
Oh my God.
And
That commercial alone that he did showing like fucking Bruce Wayne going through all that stuff when it's panning backwards, that was a thing of fucking beauty.
I know. I want to see Tim Miller tackle animation. I just really want to see what he would do with an. Well, that's why.
He did it with Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix.
And that's he produced it. He didn't direct any of them. He just produced the overall. But yeah, those are all fantastic. Some of those should have been movies. But I think for me, like obviously Snyder Cut goes without question. Looking through the schedule, like I had to kind of laugh, because it feels like Comic-Con and there's so much useless shit that it just doesn't. It's just like, I mean, I'm not against, like anything involving diversity, but when you have a digital convention and they're pushing like those kind of weird, those panels, I'm like, really? Like, okay. Like I understand the fan run aspect of it at Comic-Con, but like here it just seems corporate, which to me just seems forced,
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, like all through July, you have every Pride Month or June Pride Month, July 1st. They all just get rid of those banners. It's just, it feels like that to me. It's all corporate. But I like Wonder Woman is going to be pretty interesting. The Batman, obviously, especially if that 4chan leak is to be believed.
Yeah, I saw that.
And
sizzle reel and
shit. That seems, especially with the comments about Matt Reeves and trying to find Batman's soul,
Yeah,
which I like that.
Yeah.
And then also, what was the other thing? So I asked Mikey Sutton if he knew anything about what that special film announcement was, what that unnamed thing
I was
was.
going to ask everybody, what do we think the special announcement's going to be?
Well, Matt, go for it since you brought it up.
Well, he alluded to like Man of Steel 2 is what he alluded to. Now I don't, and he was the one giving me Snyder Cut info back last year. So like, he's got what he's got. That's the only guy I talked to.
Come on. I think we all can agree. Like, if there was going to be a surprise movie, what is it going to be? Is it going to be a Superman movie, or is it going to be anything else? Right, Dave?
Well, I hope
what do you think, Dave?
What do I think?
Yes.
Why do you want to know what I think?
I just
you're on the fucking show, Dave.
Part of the DaveDome. Look at Meg.
What's the title of this episode?
Speaking the truth.
Oh,
She just wrecked you, man.
Damn.
If I had to take a guess, and I'm not saying I know.
Oh
just saying
shit!
If I had to take a guess, I would guess it's going to be a Superman movie.
Yes. Okay.
That would be my guess. I don't quote me.
Didn't AT&T Twitter make some kind of allusion to Superman today as well?
Yeah.
I think they did.
Yeah. So,
but they also
did
made
they?
an allusion to Green Lantern too the other day. So it's like,
Yeah, they did.
Well,
I mean,
but let's also be honest. This surprise panel is 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't want
I don't feel like if you've got one surprise announcement, that takes up a full 20 minutes.
Well, let me just say this. I'm actually really happy that the panels are shorter because going to Comic-Con, spending all those years in Hall H is like you go through these, like they have these hour-long blocks and then trying to fill the time sometimes is just painful.
Well, they're just laying carpet because that happened at Comic-Con at home. Those panels were an hour long.
Yeah.
And even panels that I was genuinely interested in, I just kind of scrubbed through it because they kind of run into that we're just talking to talk kind of portion.
That's why I'm like, I didn't watch any Comic-Con at home panel. I didn't. I waited for just whatever was going to be announced to be put out there, and I checked that out.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of them. I was too busy watching Justice Con.
Cheers.
Mr. Swinton, do you agree? What do you think is going to be the mystery announcement? Do you think?
Fuck, I would love a Superman movie. Just
There you go.
hands
Of course
down.
you would, Wong. Of course you would.
Like like I hope it's not like Elastic Man.
That'd be cool, though.
That'd be cool, but it's fucking Superman.
Exactly.
It's gotta be like once you're up there, there's nothing else below that. Like
Well, when Cavill showed up on the Man of Steel watch,
Bingo.
my first thought was, oh, he's getting his movie. He's getting something. Like, to me, it just seemed like, because I know he was in a tough spot for a while, when it came to everything, when it came to people like supporting Snyder and whatnot. I was like, you know what? The fact that Cavill was remaining quiet, he didn't, tweet out the hashtag or anything like that. I was like, okay, I get it though. He's stuck in a hard place. He wants to have that new Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't really just say anything right now. He's got to remain quiet. But the fact that just to almost make up for it, and when whatever happened behind the scenes, I don't know exactly everything fully. I mean, I know little things, but nothing like crazy. But when he showed up on that watch, it was just like, okay, something happened. Something happened where he's there right now.
And Danny Garcia started tweeting about it. But that was, for me, if Henry being on the announcement wasn't enough by itself, Garcia suddenly tweeting was like, oh, okay. I see where this is going.
Yeah, see, and then Tim just sent me the tweet from here. We'll send it. Well, I'll share the screen right here. But I mean, even like they're kind of even. I mean, who knows though? I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, sometimes they I mean, when they tweet out stuff like this, it's like
like a panel by itself.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
and it's got to be big, right?
Such
It's got to be
teases.
something substantial.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I mean, if like, there's been the rumor about is Ben Affleck going to come back as Batman? From what I gathered, that's still very much up in the air. I mean, one of the reasons why we wanted to do that, thank you, Batflick, which was I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Because from what I heard from my sources was that he's still reluctant, which it totally makes sense why he's reluctant. We know the shit that he had to go through with all that. He saw everything. He saw the bullshit Snyder had to go through. He has love for Snyder. I can 100% see Affleck getting back into the bat suit for him, but for his own movie or like series, I don't know. That's a hefty thing to do right there. I mean, even when he was going to do that, he was going to write, produce, direct, star in a Batman movie. I even thought, fuck, dude, like, relax a little bit. Hey, somebody else should do some things. You're wearing a 30-pound bat suit. Can you imagine going like, and then all of a sudden going cut, and then having to walk behind, watch the monitor, and be like, in that fucking 30-pound bat suit, and then being like, that wasn't that good. You know, it's like when they announced that he wasn't going to direct it, I was like, that makes sense to me. That totally makes sense. Of course, you know, the whole logistics that happened, and then Matt Reeves came involved, you know, and I don't know anything about that, but it made sense to me that he wasn't going to, you know, do the entire thing, because I'm like, that's taxing. And, you know, and Ben's like, you know, he's in his 40s, you know, I mean, he's like the old saying, you know, spring chicken, even though he fucking de-aged himself like 12 years recently. But I think if they were actually going to do his Batman script with Deathstroke and anything, it would go animation, and I would love to see that with Jay Oliva directing. That would be fucking sweet. With him supplying the voice. All he'd have to do is show up in a booth and just supply his voice, and I think that would be the best option if it were to happen. Right now I'm not seeing that it's going to be Ben Affleck. As much as I would love to fucking see it, I want Ben Affleck to come back 100%. I'm not hearing it, and I don't exactly 100% see it. Go ahead.
I got a question for the panel. So I'm looking at the DC fandom schedule, and I noticed the other to be announced, it doesn't say encore on them. Do you think it's 2 other movies to be announced in addition to the first one?
Well, like when they did the questionnaire, there was 2 secret movies. So it might just be like 2 of them. We lost Dave again.
Do they have the encore for the secret panel listed?
So the other panels, they have encore, but for all that to be announced, it doesn't have encore on them. So I'm just wondering, like, maybe 3 panels are just like one time only, because they're 3 separate projects.
Well, the one you guys were just talking about, the secret film project or whatever.
Yeah.
Does that have an encore later, or
it does not have an encore. I don't think. Hold on, I'm double checking right now.
To be announced to be the encore for that one.
Let's see. I'm looking. I am double checking. The surprise DC Comics panel has an encore that repeats back at, because, you know, I think actually, Justin, to answer your question, they have to have an encore because they've already guaranteed that anything that shows up in Hall of Heroes repeats will air 3 times. So anything in Hall of Heroes gets 2 encores.
Right. I'm saying the one that says to be announced, which is right after the CNN Heroes, before the Aquaman, and then they have that again at a later time after CNN. I don't know if maybe they didn't just write encore on it because it's still to be announced.
They just didn't write encore on it because it's the exact same thing, and it just shows up at 1:50 a.m. on Sunday. Well, it's 1:50 a.m. Central.
And they didn't realize all the nerds would be coming over with the fine-tooth comb.
But here's the thing: why did they not know that us nerds would be doing it over a fine-tooth comb? Isn't that what we do?
You know how young these kids who are interning are, though. They're naive to the world.
They are. But okay, so supposedly we have 2 secret movies. Okay, so we're all kind of banking on Cavill getting a Superman movie. What's going to be the second one? Meg.
Oh, I have no idea.
Come on, you could do
No
it.
idea.
Like, think like what could it possibly be? What could be that second movie? Not Cavill, Superman. It almost seems like that's almost, we're almost like set on that.
Yeah.
What do you think that second one would be?
I don't know. They haven't really done anything about New Gods in a while. That would be cool.
Yeah, but that wouldn't
Feels
be
a little messy right now.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Jeez.
I just have a feeling that movie's gonna die.
Not that
Yeah,
one.
me too. to be
You know,
honest.
it just
You're breaking Ray's heart. You're just
Yeah.
poor Ray. That would break his heart if that movie died.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's just going to be a little more distance put between, Justice League and New Gods.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't heard any real updates about that. I mean, I remember when that was announced. That was like, literally, I worked at it was literally 2 jobs ago. There was a whole company that I worked for in between when that thing got announced. I remember when it got announced, I was working for this one company and I was out in the field and I remember seeing about that. I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna make a New Gods. Interesting. But I was like, Ava, okay. I'm like, because I watched Wrinkle in Time. I did not enjoy Wrinkle in Time. But also Mr. OhioDave, his internet took a dump. So that's why he left right now, which it's fine. If you want to come back, sir, we're going to be talking for a little bit longer, but I get it. If you don't want to, it's fine. He's been sucking down those screwdrivers, apparently. Those vodka, thankfully not pineapple juice.
Pineapple.
I know. We already talked about that, Meg.
I
We already
fucking love
talked about
pineapple.
it. No.
Me too, Meg.
Pineapple.
Woohoo!
Fuck yeah.
Pineapple.
Team
You guys
pineapple.
and your pineapple. Oh, hey, Justin, what is your okay? Let's take a little tangent. Let's take a little break off the nerdy shit. What is your opinion on pineapple pizza? God damn it, Justin.
Okay. I would never, as an Italian, I would never personally eat pineapple on pizza.
Thank you.
However, I want to be clear about this. I think Zack Snyder has an objectively defensible position on this, which is consistent with who he is, right? He said if he's having real authentic pizza in New York or Italy, that's a pretty good fucking life if you can say you've had pizza in Italy and New York, right? Although
I have actually, and yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good life. Although as a Bostonian, I'm sorry we were left out, but okay, right? And he said he wouldn't do it. But, if he has shitty pizza, like maybe he orders Domino's with pineapple on it. And I get that. Like, if you walk into Papa Gino's and you ask for pineapple on your pizza, they're going to throw you the fuck out. But Domino's, it's Domino's. It's shit. Pizza Hut, it's Pizza Hut. It's shit. Like, so I get it. I get his position.
He gave a good explanation. Like you said, if you're gonna get authentic, like, hey, you're gonna be in New York and get a pizza pie, you're gonna get that. Which when I went to New York when I went to New York, this was like almost like 8 or 9 years ago. Like, yeah, I ate pizza like crazy. Obviously, you go to there's more pizza places than fucking Starbucks over there on every corner and everything.
Tim would know that from our watching of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, which we recently reviewed.
I kind of blocked that out.
Yeah, you kind of blocked that out.
Is that why you didn't get my Shredder joke when I tagged you and you're like, now I'm interested? I'm like, I thought you just watched this movie.
I did, but I
He
hadn't
was
seen- I
ignoring
hadn't
you,
seen the
trying to
recent one.
block it from his
No.
mind.
Super shredder.
I
Ooh.
thought it was hilarious, Justin, and it was very appreciated.
I got it. I'm not a fan of the first 2 films anyway.
No, but but there was one night where we actually went to like a full on Italian restaurant and got like a fresh, pizza, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and no pineapple to be found anywhere close to that. So
I have a very tasteless take on pineapple on pizza.
Well, okay, what's your take, Jarbo?
It's very tasteless. I want to preface this by saying that. So the pineapple question comes up pretty frequently.
Yeah.
And I always like to say this, if you go to a place and you order a pineapple pizza, they should give you a complimentary wire coat hanger just to avert your life once it's over. Because at that point, it's bad. It's just terrible.
Man, yeah.
I said it was tasteless.
I like it.
I said it was tasteless. So is pineapple on pizza. It's fucking disgusting.
To back it up, that's kind of how I feel about like Domino's or Papa John's or Pizza Hut. Like if anyone's like, "Do you want pizza? Let's order Domino's." I'm like, "Fuck you, leave." Olive Garden.
Can you imagine Domino's with pineapple?
Fuck you, leave.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry,
man.
Justin. Those are my options, and the Domino's gets here in 15 minutes. So you know
That's
what?
the thing.
I'll leave, but I'll eat my pizza on the way out. So I'm good.
I don't mind a little Domino, but I get what you're saying, Justin. If you're gonna, like want like a good, like authentic pizza, I mean, me and you actually share. We ate some pizza together at that one spot. What was that place?
Pizza Press. I love Pizza Press.
Pizza Press was good because you can actually make the pizza that you want. You can put whatever the hell you want, and you get your own personal pizza. This was.
I don't think they have pineapple at Pizza Press.
They don't have. Did they?
No.
Okay, good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Get that away. Okay,
Meg, we'll next Justice Con, we'll have all this pizza to ourselves, and
Fuck
we'll be
yeah.
perfectly content, won't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good. Uh-huh.
And Snyder will have a slice with you. I get it, guys.
Exactly.
But he also will have
Exactly.
a slice of meatloaf.
Not when we bring in the authentic pizza from Naples, because he's gonna pick the real stuff.
He's gonna pick the real stuff. No, but like, yeah. Justin and I shared some pizza after we did the release of Snyder Cut D23 thing. I was actually thinking about that video today, and I was like, what were we doing out there? But at the same time, I thought, you know,
what are we doing out there?
How many views did you get? What wasn't it on like comicbook.com and shit? Like that's what we were doing.
No, but like it was. I remember just being it's so hot and just at one point just going, are we really making progress? But we actually did. I mean, there were so many people that just walked past us and said, who the fuck? And then there was actually people that thought we were protesting about something.
Yeah,
like,
I thought about that the other day.
Yeah. They thought we were protesting about something political.
Okay, guys, sorry, I'm going to go on a complete tangent here because I mentioned this on Twitter with Meg before we get started because suddenly I read the tea leaves and I realized that Meg was going to be on tonight because but I have to comment on her star sapphire lighting she's got going on.
Yeah,
I mean, I love the lighting going on here.
Thank you.
And I appreciated. She also quoted the Star Sapphire Oath, and I was just like, "Boom!"
I fucking love Star Sapphire.
I know. She posted a picture, and I was like, she kind of looks a little live stream ready. What's going on with that? It's almost like somebody asked her if she wanted to be on the panel tonight. It wasn't me. I don't know.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it was probably
He was a
Ohio
listener.
Dave. He
Yeah,
would be the
probably
one
Dave.
who would think about it.
Yeah, he don't want to be on here alone. I get it. That's why he left. We get you, Dave. It's all right. I still hate pineapple pizza. I'm with you. See, yeah, that's the thing is we both hate pineapple pizza.
I hate it too.
Yeah. Okay. See there, Tim.
Yeah.
We got a split here. We got a split
Yeah.
here.
Chicago
no,
pizza, man. Gino's is.
You're talking to a man who thinks Secret of the Ooze is worse than Howard the Duck. I'm sorry.
It is. It is worse.
It is not.
Really?
It is worse. Yes.
You really
But
thought
Howard the
that?
Duck isn't a bad movie, so like that argument is moot.
You really
Howard
thought
Duck surprisingly was better.
No,
How
it's
can
not.
anyone hate
Stop
Howard the Duck? Like you have Leah Thompson in that movie. Like
true?
Like it was George Lucas produced. It was the first Marvel live action movie. Jeffrey Jones before the pedophilia. It was a good time. Tim Robbins before whatever the hell he is now. I don't know.
It was good 80s cheese.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
I love Howard the
action,
Duck.
action scenes. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
stop it.
ridiculous. They were ridiculous. But
But
there
then we slingshot from that to Keanu Reeves Constantine, and like
Yeah.
it was amazing. Keanu Reeves Constantine like benefited so much that we had such a love fest talking about Constantine.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, you know what? It is a good movie. I actually really enjoyed Keanu Reeves Constantine, and for what I'm hearing, they might be talking to him again. I don't know.
I
I'm
wondered
sorry.
about that.
When you do that 15th anniversary panel
Yeah.
at
Yes.
Comic Con at
Why?
home, why?
Dude, there might be conversations happening. I'm just saying.
Well-
I've heard conversations happening.
Well, that was one of my we had these little dark horse predictions amongst the Squadcast media.
Yeah,
Drink.
Drink about what we were kind of hoping for, and that was like my pick. Is like I would love to hear a sequel with Keanu Reeves for Constantine.
Yeah.
With or without Shia LaBeouf.
You know,
Like-
actually, Shia LaBeouf is a tremendously better actor now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say bring him back as that like half angel, whatever he was at the end of Constantine.
Yeah. By the way, for everyone who doesn't realize, Constantine does have an end credit scene.
End credit
Just
scene.
saying. Yes.
No. They started with the MCU. No.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't. No. Ferris Bueller's Day Off tends to disagree with you. Yes.
True that.
Actually, Superman the movie had an end credit thing, kind of. It alluded to the next film.
Well, so did every James Bond movie.
That's true.
Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of Shia LaBeouf, because I know that Dave's seen it. Tax collector. He's kind of the highlight. He's kind of a highlight of tax.
I
collector.
love his character.
Yeah.
I love his character.
He was great. He was great in that film.
I need to sit down and watch it still.
Yeah, I know, Jarbo. You asked me. If you
I know. It's just then I got the phone call about that training, and it's just been like,
No, I get it.
this whole week has just been a blur, and I got to go. I have to be at the car dealership at 8:00 in the morning to get my car worked on again, and I'm like, oh my god.
No, but like Shia LaBeouf is a shining bulb in that movie. Like, just his character. I mean, just the stuff that he says, and the fact that he's just so off.
Yeah, Creeper. Yeah.
His name is Creeper. He's just like the guy who's like. I mean, it's funny because he's not that intimidating because he's still very skinny. He's a skinny dude, but he makes himself so intimidating with what he does, mannerisms, and then just the back and forth between him and Bobby Soto. Yeah. It really works. But it is Bobby Soto's movie, 100%.
Oh, he is the protagonist, no doubt. So all that faux controversy before the movie came out, it's absolute crap.
Yeah.
Well, is it worth the 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, or is that one big fucking lie?
I liked it more than 20%.
I liked it more than 20%.
I have my critiques. I have my critiques with certain things for sure, but overall, there was times where I was like, oh shit! I said oh shit probably about 3 or 4 times because it's a brutal movie. It's a fucking brutal movie. Some of the shit that happens in there, you're like, Jesus Christ, dude!
It's a David Ayer movie.
Oh yeah,
like Fury was fucked up.
Oh, fucking A.
I love Fury. Like that movie was great, but that was like awesome.
Yeah, Training Day.
Oh no, you get that with this. There's like fucked up shit where you're just like, oh my god, really? That's oh shit, And you got Lopez in there. It's like playing serious, kind of. It's like what the fuck? That's great.
You have to appreciate that Training Day has been able to hold the memes for all these years.
Yeah,
right. True. It's like that just shows you like the quality of Ayer. Like it can sustain time.
Yeah, I mean, like I think I said this before too. Is like the only Ayer movie that I really can't stand is Sabotage. I did not like that movie. I think Steven, we both agree like how we just did not. There's not a likable character in that movie at all. Not even Schwarzenegger is likable. Like nobody is likable in that movie whatsoever. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Nathan Yellow in it. It's got what's his name? Who's an Avatar that I can't remember right now in Terminator or not?
Him.
Yeah, I know.
Sam.
Oh, Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington.
Yes. Yeah, it has him. I mean, and it has Schwarzenegger, but none of them are likable at all in that movie. Like, you want all of them to die, and essentially they all get to that point. But yeah, that's the only movie like when it comes to Ayer that I really just can't stand. But every other movie, I'm like, even Suicide Squad, even though we know what happened with that, and hopefully we get to see what he intentionally wanted with that movie, but for the most part,
I'm glad you bring that back up. That is kind of my one of my dark horse like secret announcement hopes is like they actually
announce
that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. That's why I call it a dark horse hope. It's like that's what I would love to happen. Is for that to get out there.
So would I. Yeah, I know. What about you, Meg? Same thing, right?
Yeah.
She's a woman of a lot of words, right there.
But she doesn't. No, but she doesn't. Everybody wants a lot of words. It's an economy. It's an economy of words. She says what she needs to say.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Nothing more. Nothing less.
Right there. No, we appreciate it. And like I said, everybody in the live chat just they want to hear you talk. I think I'm partly to blame for that because when you guys came on. Yeah. Before JusticeCon, I made the comment of like, hey, Meg, you realize people, your voice, you have the voice for that ASMR shit too as well. So maybe a career path to think about or something like that. You too, Swenson. Swenson, same thing with you. I'm just saying. You too, Swenson.
I can
don't
do
get
the
that ASMR shit.
do the ASMR.
Hey,
Yep.
you have a lovely voice too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
No, I'm serious.
like kids don't think so, but
yeah, I know. I figured that.
They're
You gotta-
kids, Chris. Come on, what do they know? I mean,
I did
Programming
an
kids'
ASMR
brains
once.
to hate their parents' voice. Don't
You
take
did.
that personally.
But Jarbo, I mean, all you guys have like great voices. Maybe not you, Justin. I'm just kidding. No, Justin, you have a good voice too. No, but like,
You don't have to compliment me just to compliment me. It's
I know.
fine.
No. I mean, hey, you got better shoulders than me. I'll give you that. No,
That you can work at. Voice you can't.
yeah, exactly. There you go. No, but I think I even made the joke when I went on to the Squadcast with Tim and Scott right there. I even said, I'm like, you guys have, I felt like I was at a place because you guys have those radio voices, and then I made the joke. I'm like, that's just me being nice and saying you have a face for radio.
for radio, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
We have accepted that in our lives, and it's okay. We became podcasters and not YouTubers for a reason.
Why do you
There it
think I'm not on camera?
Yeah, we've been
Jarbo,
doing
you
this
have
for
a
a long
great voice
time.
too. Jarbo, you have a great
Yeah, no, it's I did an ASMR once, but I wanted to do something a little bit different because I was looking through the ASMR categories and like I feel like everything had been done. Like there's ASMR true crime videos,
Yeah.
which is like really
That's
fucking
right.
weird.
Yeah,
So in my mind, I start thinking, I'm like, what could I do? And I start kind of running through wordplay, and I come up with the terminology of AMS or ASMR erotica.
Oh,
So then I go on Reddit and I'm like looking up like Dear
course it's there.
Penthouse or something along those lines, and I find this subforum where like people are like it's like a Dear Penthouse sort of thing. So I just read off one of those, but I did it ASMR with like all the explicit language and everything, and I posted it on my secondary channel. My audience was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like what the fuck? And so then I showed it to my girlfriend. I'm all like, "You want to see what I did last night?" And I showed it to her, and she's like, "Seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is funnier than shit, but never do this again."
never do this again.
No.
And then, but it comes up occasionally again, our joking around. She'll be like, "You ever thought about bringing out that ASMR stuff again? It's pretty popular on YouTube." I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. No, I did it once. It was a joke. It's
for
over
me,
now.
it's always been the announcer voice because I'd always do the announcements when I worked at Barnes and Noble. So I would always be the one getting on the phone going, "Attention, Barnes and Noble customers. The time is now 10:45, and Barnes and Noble will be closing in 15 minutes. Please make your final selection and please report to the checkout. We will reopen tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Thank you for shopping at your Barnes and Noble."
nice.
Wow.
You had the
Holy
voice
shit.
for it. You had the voice for it.
And 11 years later, I can still freaking memorize that script. I mean, seriously, I said it enough
Get it into
times.
your head.
No, I used to work at a drive-in, and at the end of the night, we'd have customers that were still there, and so we were broadcasting over an FM band, and so it'd be very short wave, and so I would I'd get on the microphone, and I would just go like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Santee Drive-In is now closed. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And to the green Ford Ranger, please stop fucking and get the hell out of my theater. I want to go home." But if people were actually having sex, and this happened frequently at the end of the night, people would be whatever. I would see the truck rocking. I would just get on the radio and I'd point them out specifically and just go, "Get out."
Steaming windows and everything.
Oh yeah. You'd be amazed at how many condoms I've cleaned up over the years. It's just like one time accidentally by hand, and that was a horrible experience. It was dark. I didn't even know.
Good.
And that's why I wear
Why are
gloves
they
when I
bringing
clean
balloons
anything.
here?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Like people are disgusting
Yes.
everywhere you go.
Yes, they
All
are.
right, but like you put them in like a weird drive-in type situation, and they just become horrible. And so I like to mess with people. Like if they were having, like for example, if people were having sex, and this was a frequent thing. This is a very frequent thing. But like we'd have a family movie, and then we'd be packed, and there would be like people like teenagers in the bed of this truck, and they would just start having sex.
Oh my.
And so then I'd have a family, like there'd be a family of kids, like right next to the truck, and they're hearing everything because like these teens, they don't know what they're doing. So then I get the parent coming over, and they, concerned, and I understand that, like, "Excuse me, there is a couple and they are having sex next to our truck. Can you please do something?" And I'm like, I'm the one guy here who's going to have fun with this. Yes.
Yes,
And I was a manager at the time, so I didn't give a shit. So I just went over there, and I just would I would find some way to mess with them. I'd either take a flashlight and just shine it right in the bed of the truck, and like get their attention. And I'd be like, "Hey guys, can you pull out and go the fuck over there? You know, like, I mean, hurry up, Speedy. Come on.
Unintended.
No, I mean, like, this is a kind of crap I would do. Let me tell you guys this quick story, and then I actually have to go, but I think you guys will get a kick out of this one. So August 2004, we had the opening weekend of Alien versus Predator.
Oh God.
Right?
Oh god, I remember that movie. Yes.
AVP, yeah, it just hit 16 years. So we have AVP. It's opening weekend. We had just closed the box office. I was walking in, getting ready to go and clean the lot, right? And so my boss comes over to me and he goes, "Hey Matt, I need you to do something for me." I said, "Okay, what's that, man?" He goes, "You see that couch over there?" And he points to this white couch with some people sitting in it. And I'm all like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "I need you to go get me that couch." And I'm like, "But there's people in it." He's like, "Yeah, but it's not their couch. Someone left it. We were going to go take it. These guys jumped over to use it. I want that couch." I'm like, "Well, you're a fucking owner. You go get the goddamn couch." And he's like, "I can't. I'm drinking a beer." And I'm like, "When has that ever stopped you before?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter. Go get me the couch." And I said, "Okay, fine. Hold on a second." So I grab a flashlight, a pen and a piece of paper. And I walk back over to my boss and his friends, like these two guys who are like both tall, 6'5" guys. Right. And I go, "You two come with me right now." So they're like, "All right." They're fucking hammered. They have no idea what's going on. So we walk over to the truck. And I start shining my flashlight on the license plate of the vehicle, and the people see me and like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh no, don't mind me, guys. I'm just marking down your plate number, make and model vehicle. It's all good. Just go back to the movie." They're like, why are you doing that? "Well, we have a policy here that if you bring in a large ticket item like a chair or a couch, we have to mark down your information in case you leave it behind, so then we can adequately bill you for its destruction and disposal. This happens more often than you think. So don't worry. If you guys, you're fine. I got to take the information." And they're like, "But wait, no, it's our couch." It's not our couch. And I go, "But you guys are in the couch." "Well, no, it's not. It's we found it." I'm like, "Well, I don't know that. I have no idea." And they're like, but wait, how much does it cost?" And I'm like, "Well, on average, a couch of this size, we're talking like maybe $150, $200. It's really not that bad. Again, just take it with you and you're fine." And the thing is, their SUV couldn't hold this couch, right? Mm-hmm. So they start freaking out, like they're gonna have to pay me money. And like, "But wait, what do we do? What do we do?" And I go, "Okay, okay, fine. I'll tell you guys what. I'm in a pretty good mood. So I'll tell you what I can do. You guys can take the couch with you, no harm, no foul, or I can take the couch right now and we're all good." And they freak out and they jump up right then. All I do is I just snap my fingers, and the two other big guys come around me, pick up the couch, walk it back maybe 30, 40 feet, put it right next to where everyone else is sitting at and drinking. And I just sit down, grab a beer and light a cigarette, go back to watching the movie. So it's like, this is the kind of shit we got away with. This is why I can never work a normal job.
Yeah.
So I've always got a ton of driving stories. I'll segment them out.
You do. I mean,
over
I
time.
saw Alien vs Predator and driving too, and I laughed my ass off. I remember.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad movie. It was a pretty bad movie.
13 piece of shit.
Well, Requiem was better, and I will die on that hill.
No, it was.
It was better. Yeah.
It was better. I mean, Paul W.S. Anderson, what the fuck, dude? You gave us Resident Evil a couple years earlier. How'd you fuck this one up? God damn it.
A bunch of those sequels, and then he gave us that Three Musketeers movie. Flying.
I didn't even watch that.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson. It's like he has some really good winners like Mortal Kombat, Event Horizon, maybe like the first Resident Evil, and then it's just shit. Like shit on top of shit.
I am looking forward to Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mila Jovovich. I mean, come on,
Well, I think if it's not tied to canon, if it's not tied to like something else, and it's starting anew, he does well on the first entry. So it's like, if
first Resident Evil's good, but then it just falls off with the sequels.
Well, I give credit to 4 because he didn't direct 2 or 3, but he directed 4, and that was actually okay. But 5 and 6 were bad.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty terrible stuff. But I'm gonna jump off because I got to go back to this training so I can get this done. Thank you for having me on. Sorry for boring the chat with my driving story.
I enjoyed it, but
who is it? Who is that person? I see someone in there. Lady Justice, drink caffeine. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're falling asleep, drink caffeine.
All right, go ahead and promote yourself, man.
Oh yeah, you guys can find me over on 3 Buck Theater. I don't know. I make videos occasionally. But in the meantime, if you have any food orders you need delivered, hit me up. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, Matt.
Washington.
Hi, Matt.
There he goes, Matt. Anyways, guys,
story.
What's up?
Was he getting the couch for the person who owned the drive-in? Is that what was happening?
Yes, that's what was happening.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Why didn't he just say, "Hey, somebody left that couch here, and the owner's gonna use it now, so you need to get up"?
Because that wouldn't allow him to screw with them. I think the fun was in screwing with them.
Yeah, he wanted to fuck with them. That's what was going on with all that. But anyways, all right. So we're gonna wrap this up because it's been almost 3 hours. God damn! And some of you people are like in the future, not you, Swenson. You can keep on drinking.
Yeah.
I know.
Probably gonna make a video after this. No?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, you should make a video after this about what are you gonna do? Probably about DC fandom and the schedule. And stuff.
My schedule. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chris, you got to get on the video because I need something to watch while I'm drinking my coffee and eating my pancakes in the morning.
There
So
you
get
go.
to work.
There you go. We got you, Chris.
I got one viewer.
I don't know, but I'm still curious about that secret movie. Like, if there's 2 secret movies, I'm guessing one of them is a Cavill Superman.
Do you think that one 20-minute panel is actually consist of multiple movie announcements on one panel?
I think so. I honestly do. I don't see how you spend 20 minutes on just one movie that you're just announcing.
Yeah.
I mean, if Henry Cavill's gonna be there, just put him on screen for 20 minutes.
I would love to have him like show up on Black Adam. Says, "Yeah, we're gonna take on Black Adam," and then he shows up on Shazam. I'm gonna partner up with Shazam. He's like Henry Cavill's just like 4 different panels.
Right here, what panel is Val Kilmer gonna be on? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question.
The Flash panel.
Someone sent me the
Tim.
The Voices of Batman panel.
Yeah,
could be that.
Matthew Ballard. He sent me a.
Yeah, he's
totally like on it was on Insiderverse or something. It was on different. It wasn't on the main. I forgot what it was.
Well, the voices behind the cowl is just for animation.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like it's Dietrich, and
it's Dietrich Bader and Kevin Conroy and
I'm trying to remember
probably Kevin. Oh, the guy who did all the continuity. O'Hara. The guy who did all the continuity, like Justice League War and all the continuity animated movies.
Oh yeah, damn it!
Superstars, super fans, actor Val Kilmer donned the famous cape and cowl.
Oh, which one? Which panel is that, Chris?
It's called Superstars, super fans.
Oh, which verse is it in?
Sorry, this was actually someone
sent
that to me, but I don't know which one.
Well, anyways, guys, we'll figure
out. He's there somewhere.
20 minutes on that panel, as Meg said, they bring out Henry Cavill first, and then he talks a little bit, and then they say, "But who's directing it?" And then they bring in the director,
J.J. Abrams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's on the U-verse.
I don't know. I'm saying that they could tease it that way. You get
I know. I'm just saying, like, everybody wants J.J. Abrams to direct the next Superman movie. So I was just like, yeah, why not? I mean, I wouldn't be. Yeah. Then they're gonna bring Sam Benjamin on, saying he's gonna do the Green Lantern.
Dave, I just shared it. Okay, there.
Yeah,
Superstars.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah,
that could be it.
Yeah, Superstar super fans. It's got Val Kilmer and Chris Daughtry. Yep,
there it is.
There it is.
There he is. Cool. All right, so there it is, right there, guys. So Saturday at 7 a.m. That's Hawaiian time, though, right?
Well, no,
that's my time. Sorry, that's my time.
but this is one of those panels you can look. It says 7 to 7. This is one of those panels that just like goes like.
Oh, you can constantly watch it.
You can watch it at any time.
Oh yeah, because it's a U-verse. Cool. It's a U-verse.
It's a U-verse. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Sweet. That makes sense. So yeah. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, the health issues that Val Kilmer has endured the past couple of years, it's pretty heartbreaking. Not gonna lie. Like when I heard him on the radio, it was probably about 2 years ago. I did not know about. I think he had throat cancer.
Throat cancer. Here's a movie. The movie I didn't even finish. But if you watch the movie The Snowman with Michael Fassbender,
yes,
he's in that movie, and you don't know it's him. That's how badly it affected him. But if you want,
Yeah, he doesn't sound like himself. Like when I was hearing that Val Kilmer was going to be on this like radio show, I was like, cool. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I heard the voice, and I was like, wow. And then he started talking about what he went through, and I seriously was choked up. Like, wow, this guy's been through a lot of shit in the past couple of years, and now, like, yeah, if you were to hear his voice, obviously we know what Val Kilmer sounds like. He had a distinct voice.
Yeah.
It does not sound anything like that anymore, and it's like it's truly heartbreaking. It really is, and it sucks that that's the case, because I saw clips from Batman Forever on my timeline that was like a really cool scene. I'm like, damn it. And then I watched Tombstone, like the end of Tombstone, when I was at my mom's house, and I'm like, God damn it, that was like probably my favorite role that he was in.
Or Top Gun.
Top Gun's great. You know, I mean, Real Genius is one of my favorites. I don't know about you guys. Nobody? Real Genius?
I've actually never seen it.
I haven't seen that like
you
once.
guys need to do your homework. Perfect 80s movie, 100%. Val Kilmer, so great. He's fantastic. And you got to watch Top Secret as well, which is...
Wait, is that the one that goes to the Nazis? He like...
Yes.
That's a funny ass.
It's a funny
that's so
movie.
funny.
It's from it's from like the Zucker guys who did Naked Guns and shit like that. That was like one of the airplanes. It was like one of their first spoof movie.
So
fucking great. And also it's got the original Alfred, Michael Goff. He's in there. So yeah, watch that movie. It's hilarious. They do this scene. There's literally a scene that's shot back. They shot it backwards, but they play it forwards. It's a crazy scene. It's so elaborate. It's weird, but it's shot completely like they shot it like backwards, but then they play it forwards. It's a weird scene, but it's totally like creative and elaborate. It's crazy. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So yeah, watch it. Why or not it? Sorry, I saw it right there, and I fucking threw me off. Watch Top Secret. Watch Real Genius. The vodka is really kicking in, guys. So let's wrap it up right now. Anyways, Meg, go ahead and plug yourself. And, that.
You can pretty much find me everywhere as Wonder Meg on Twitter. It's at _girl Meg, but everywhere else is Wonder Meg.
Yeah, but you also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Wonder Meg.
You need to do more YouTube videos now.
I I just got internet like today. So
okay, it's fine. But I'm just saying, you need to do more YouTube channels because your popularity is like skyrocketed.
I know, right?
Capitalize. You know, capitalism's not all bad. Anyways, Scott, go ahead and promote yourself.
All right. You can find me on Twitter at ScottDC27. You can find Tim and myself at DC Film Squadcast as we celebrate 5 years of our wonderful podcasting marriage. Thank you, honey.
Thank you, honey.
All right.
And then, of course, you can find our entire network of shows at squadcastmedia.com.
There it is. All right.
Let your honey talk.
Yes, Chris Wong Swenson, go for it, man.
Chris Wong Swenson at Ping Pong Flicks, and I have a new Twitter. I changed my Twitter handle to Ping Pong Flicks, by the way.
How dare you?
Goodbye, Nexus Pong. It's the name I always wanted. Ping Pong Flicks.
All right,
nice.
All right, Tim, go for it.
Yeah, Scott already mentioned the shows that we're on. You can find me on Twitter at AlanFire, and you can find me on TikTok, and no, actually, you can't.
No.
Oh, I was just gonna say TikTok.
Cool. All right, Justin, go ahead and promote yourself.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on the Vodka Steam tonight.
Yes, Steam.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
That does say Steam. I didn't even notice that.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't even see that.
That one the whole time.
Wow.
You can find my podcast, Welcome to the Midside, wherever podcasts are streaming. We don't just talk about movies. We talk about culture, current events as well. It's also on themidside.com/podcast. And you can find all the upcoming information on my novel that's coming out, The Cut, at themidside.com/The Cut. Look for it November 17th.
There it is. Thank you for announcing that right there. And yeah, man, I cannot believe I did not see the Vodka Steam. That's how much of a rush I was like trying to get everything done by the time I get here. This is what happens, folks. It's what happens. It's okay. That's all right. I'm fine. I'm just gonna cry about it. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight about it. That's all. That's all what's gonna happen. So, but
Well,
hey,
maybe
it
it was
actually works.
steamy. I
Vodka
don't know.
steam.
Yeah.
I wonder what a vodka steam would actually be like. That'd be probably pretty, yeah. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys clicking in and joining us for this nice long thing. Well, of course, we missed a couple of people that were usually on the panel. Mr. Colbert, he's nice and safe and sound. Don't worry. You know, he went through like a little storm thing that's going on. So, but he's fine. Everything's good. And hopefully we'll get him next week. But anyways, guys, we'll talk to you later.
All right.